Welcome back to another day, another daily grind. I'm your host, 30NSG, and on today's show, I'm sitting because I feel dizzy today. I don't know why. My equilibrium's off, so I can't stand. So I don't know if it's something wrong with my ear or whatnot, but here we are. We're going to be watching some of the Xbox Gamescom showcase, which is happening right now. They're showing some stuff. And if there's something important to see, then we'll switch on over. Like we'll do this right now. Okay. As they're talking about this or showing stuff, we have other stories we can talk about. We have a Grand Theft Auto story we can talk about. We also have what's the other one we have? We have Splitgate. We got Splitgate, we got Fable news, and we got GTA news as well. So as we see something, we're like, it's a little slow, I don't really care about this, we'll shoot on over and start talking about other stories. What's going on, chat? It's a little roguelike. Oh, give me a second. Someone's at my door.
We are back for day 2 of the Xbox at Gamescom Broadcast. I'm Charlie, that's Henry, and we had a jam-packed show yesterday, and we've got even more in store for you today. So we started off yesterday with announcing the pre-order details for the Xbox 25th Anniversary Collection, including that gorgeous X25 limited edition console, which, in case you missed it, at this very moment is officially open for pre-order. So head to xbox.com to learn more.
I cannot wait to add that controller to my collection, just to go along with the console itself. So I've got 2. Yeah, why not? Oh, it's also worth noting, Charlie, that we did just see our very first world premiere of the day with Rogue Fortune.
Thank you. Good day, Henry. And while fans here at the Xbox booth are getting their hands on the latest demos and gaming experiences, we are bringing the booth to you at home with more world premieres, live gameplay, and interviews with some of the people who bring us the games, delighting fans here in Germany and around the world.
Well, speaking of the Xbox booth, throughout the show, we're actually going to be bringing you guys that are watching at home to the booth as we celebrate 25 years of Xbox, including this experience showcasing Xbox through the eras.
Absolutely stunning. Each console is displayed underneath their relative eras living room diorama, which is completely handcrafted, by the way, and features tons of little tiny little Easter eggs and nods to some of the most memorable moments and games in Xbox history. Fun fact, by the way, the computer screen in the Xbox Series era over there is the highest resolution screen in the entire booth.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
but this is the OG Xbox era living room, and honestly, I think it's my favorite one out of all of them, because yes, you've got the Big Duke at the bottom there, but up here we're, well, I'm going to call it the Dinky Duke.
The Dinky Duke.
Dinky Duke is so cute because it's basically the smallest, biggest controller ever.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
The touchscreen devices on all of the dioramas are pretty
had
cool
a,
because they mimic the UI.
We had a giant
and,
tree fall this morning.
The experience of turning on those consoles.
Nailed
So
okay, you go.
Wow.
Yeah, you remember
we're
that?
in
Remember that? I
trying to
remember
figure
that in
out.
particular. And then
Not that you guys give a shit, but just to let you know why I might have to get up a couple times. We had a tree, a tree fall this morning, and it's on my side, right? It didn't crush my fence or anything, but we just had a tree crew come because of the hurricane season and stuff.
It's so sick.
So they come and trim trees or whatever, because it's by the power lines. Well, the idiots, what they did was they chopped off too much, and they left the back half with the weight on it. So then the tree snapped.
This is an absolute must-see
Okay.
here at the Xbox
Did it make a sound? It sure did. And it snapped and fell on my side of the property because it's on the road. It hasn't crushed my fence yet, and it's about to hit my power line that comes to my house. So there's a whole crew outside right now. They're trying to figure out what to do because they won't take the tree away because it's on my side of the property. But what they're going to try to do, because there's 5 feet that's on off my property, and they have to cut it off the tree, like the actual, because it snapped, so so it's still hanging. And the only reason they're helping me is because it's still touching the fucking tree. If it was snapped off and fell and hit my fence, they would not help me. But because it's still attached to the tree and there's 5 feet in between where the tree is and where my fence line is, they're going to take it down, but they won't remove the tree.
This is in my DNA,
right? They won't remove the tree off my property. They'll cut it off so it doesn't crush my fence, and they'll take it down so that it doesn't hit the power line.
And jump into the action with
Fucking
a game that is already
bureaucrats, man.
headlines
Love it.
here at Gamescom. So check this out.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. This is PUBG, right? Yeah, this is PUBG. Well, it's a completely different. Here, we'll get into it a little bit while we're watching this. So, Duke Energy is the one that came out because it's by the power line. Duke Energy is not the trimming service. Okay, so they're not allowed to touch the thing that's not. They can cut the part off by the power line, but they can't touch the tree. So they have to call their guys, and then they have to call the city, and we have to actually get a tree trimming people back out here to do the rest. But they're all trying to figure out, because Duke has nothing to do with it. They're just there for the power line. They want to make sure that it doesn't break the power line to make their job harder down the road. It's the tree service that the city sent out that fucked it up, and now they have to come back out and take care of it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Nice guys, but the whole thing is just stupid.
Atmospheric dread and eerie clandestine cult narratives.
Here to unpack that doozy of a sentence and the game that goes with it is the creative director of PUBG's DeadNet, Dave Kurd. How are you, Dave? Welcome.
Hi, Bex. Hi, Benny. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing awesome.
Thank you for coming to see us. Now, how's your Gamescom been so far? Tell us about it.
14 levels of management. That's exactly right.
And going to the booth and seeing the characters.
Do you guys care about PUBG?
Kind of come to life,
or do you want to know some details that were in an article about
amazing.
GTA, about what's in the game?
You're coming off the back of an amazing trailer, opening night live. How's the reaction been for the team?
The team's losing their mind. We're obviously, there's the time difference, and I'm in Slack watching all the heart emojis, and we're all just incredibly stoked.
Yes, PUBG.
Amazing. Love to hear that.
I'm not surprised, because that trailer was absolutely incredible. I've got to ask a few things about it. First of all, the blade hands. Like, what in the world are those? What a can you kind of break it down for us?
Well, the blade hands specifically touch on our concept of trading flesh for power. In this video, Floyd, the guy with the sunglasses, has decided to put his hands into that haunted pinball machine, get him chopped off, replaced with machete blades. Now he can no longer shoot guns or legally drive, but he can cut your ass to ribbons if he gets close.
Hey, you can't legally, but can you still hop in a car with those blade hands and just fly around?
How are you going to drive?
Yeah, he can get in the back seat, he can get in the front seat, but he has to put his seatbelt on or he will be ejected if there's a sudden impact.
Very good. Safety first, of course.
Of course.
Even with the gun blades, yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Now, can you break down a little bit about the gameplay, maybe the player journey on DeadNet and through the world that we're entering?
Yeah, it's kind of a 1990s nightmare multi-match journey where we challenge the player to take an avatar from zero to hero.
Well, that's why you don't care about GTA. We can still have a conversation about what they're putting in the game and have a,
like
you know,
crawling around on the floor
that.
like a snake or hiding in a locker like a creeper. And you're also taking on funny injuries like
3 p.m. this afternoon.
You spam taunts, or you can accidentally fumble your weapon on weapon swap and have a pretty good swear about it. And you're pushing yourself to see how far you can go before you cash out and win that chicken dinner or you burn out.
Amazing. Can we dive in a little bit more to the multi-match journey, because it seems like it's something that might be quite new to players and for us as well?
Yeah, and I heard the audience is core gamers, so they won't mind if I nerd out too bad.
Let's do it.
But let's pretend you're a new player. You have this roster of 9 brilliant characters that have connections to the land, to each other. They're on missions besides just trying to win the chicken dinner. You pick your favorite one, and we offer you a few decks of cards. Do you want to kind of be an assault character? Do you want to be a support? Do you want to maybe be a trickster?
We're approaching, what, 10 years?
You're not frozen or locked in. This is just to kind of get your journey going. You have a little bit of run health. Run health, imagine that as your career
3 p.m.
hit points. And now it's time to start playing DeadNet. So every match, if you do pretty well, your run health is protected. If you totally get wrecked early, which happens to me plenty of times, you
maybe
lose
down
a little
the
bit
road,
of that
Mo.
run health.
Not
Even if you get
right
totally
now.
smoked in the first few minutes, you go to the out game, and now it's time to make a decision. We're going to offer you a new power that kind of goes with that core fantasy you selected. We're going to offer you something tantalizing really outside your core fantasy. Maybe you're a support character, and we're like, hey, do you want a boombox that lets you blast Wu-Tang Clan to heal your squad?
Obviously, I do. I do want that.
Exactly. And then third, we'll offer you something that kind of every character could use. And as you get deeper and deeper into your run, we're going to start packaging the good stuff with injuries. So now it's like, oh, do you want an akimbo ROM's ability? But it's going to come with you sneeze in the smoke, or it hurts to swim. And so as you're playing and pushing, you're mitigating. I'm building.
Question for you guys: do I need to play the other 2 Plague Tales to understand what the fuck's going on in that game?
Injuries that come up and can cause hilarious whoopsie-daisies. One of my favorite injuries is called Hollywood Stuntman.
Yeah.
When you slide or dive, occasionally small chance for an explosion behind you, which will hurt you and your squad. So you feel cool, but you might bust your buddies.
So many things that can happen. But you've actually
okay. So technically, I can play it without playing the other one.
This video, an exclusive video that will give us a bit of an insight into the world of DeadNet as well. So let's take a look at that.
Fresh meat, huh? Cool. I'm Floyd. Guess that makes me your tour guide to this lovely little patch of hell they call Cascadia.
Are they trying to
Don't bother telling me your name.
Are they trying to make
Got
PUBG
issues. Mom says I love too hard.
a mix of like Call of Duty and Fortnite now?
Watch where you step out here. Make too much noise and we'll be up to our assholes and weirdos. Fuck. Okay, dude. Sit back, buckle up.
Oh, that looks
and
great.
Think about changing the station.
They thought that was good, huh? To put that in the game? To put that in the trailer?
Jesus. Cryptid Cove's seen better days. Oh well. Still plenty of fun to be had in the silly hole. At least that's what Uncle Tickles used to say. Game's simple. Dog eat dog. That's DeadNet. These guys are fucking psychos, but can't fault the name. The Cult of the Blind Mother.
They're literally showing nothing.
Hombres with crazy fucking beliefs.
I mean, I know you're showing a landscape of the stuff, but
Biggie
like,
killed Tupac. Oh shit! Wait, did Biggie kill Tupac? Oh shit! I forgot this place is drowning in these things. Do yourself a favor. Forget you ever saw it. Did you ever see one outside there? Ugh, this is why I hate doing these fucking tours. Good luck, rookie.
it's cool because it's person.
Keep moving, dude. We're almost to the falls. Whew! Awesome work, pal. I thought we lost you there for a second. Almost forgot. Before we go...
Is this guy supposed to be
one more
Deadpool? What's
thing.
happening here?
Hey, have you heard of the body shop? The things they can do to a person. We truly live in an age of miracles.
Well, clearly say the game has a very distinct vibe, and it looks sick as heck, Dave. I love it. I'm obsessed with every little detail. Can you talk to us a little bit about the inspiration for the world of DeadNet and what you're trying to invoke from players and their feelings?
Well, I kind of think the age of making something that everyone kind of likes is over. I think it's time to make games that are evocative and are love-hate. I think the fans will forgive anything but being bored. So we wanted to take a big swing with a mid-90s Pacific Northwest setting, but not just cheaply recreating the 90s.
I like what you just said there.
The films and movies I grew up with.
In layman's terms, it's make a game,
Silence
sell a
of
game.
The Lambs, put it through a meat grinder, add body horror, David Cronenberg stuff, and arrive at something that is distinctly DeadNet.
Heck yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Every little detail and not
every
one
time I
single
see
piece of
these
gameplay Luke was
videos,
shown.
I just want to keep playing.
It was just
But
showing
there's a few things to pick
the
up
new
as well,
layout
like
of the land.
The opening of the window, like the environment that you're playing in, makes a lot of tactical differences to your gameplay. Could you expand a little bit on that for us?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously with Nanite and Lumen, the world is dense and detailed and beautiful, but players care
funny
about
he said,
playing games. So
he
a
said
good example
people don't want to play bored, but
PUBG,
everything about that trailer I was bored.
You can shoot it, or you can kind of smash through it.
Which I think from a marketing standpoint,
in our game, we
it
have
failed.
something we call action agencies. So when you encounter a window, for example, you can slowly and silently open the window. No one will hear you, but you're exposed. You can quickly slam it open, but now you've made a little bit of noise. Maybe you've given away your position. You can shoot it open or crash through it, but now you're going to leave a pool of glass wherever that happened. And if anyone steps on it, it's going to make a loud noise and tip people off. Or you can turn up the music, maybe turn on a jukebox or put on your boombox, and now they can't hear the broken glass.
That's so interesting. Speaking of some of the locations we saw within that video, we saw some of the falls and maybe like a mall as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of your favorite locations that we can explore in Cascadia, and also how they influence gameplay as well as the windows and things like that?
Oh, absolutely. One of the ones in the video that Floyd was walking us through is called Cryptid Cove. It's kind of our throwback to Showbiz Pizza, kind of yeah, he's there in the laser tag arena. He's going into the silly hole.
Classic Floyd.
All the flies.
What's funny about this location is it's those tubes, those kind of little kid McDonald's Land's tubes you're navigating through, which is like such an American childhood of the 90s feeling, covered in blood and guts, becomes such a fun location to try to fight over. So every time
if you're going back to the 90s, you're looking for specific
trying to keep the
gamer,
tubes,
right?
And it's weird because just
you're trying
the
to
other players naturally
bring in that nostalgia feel.
There's the Cult of the Blind Mother, very spooky, dark, Silence of the Lambs coded location where under the building, tons of nooks and crannies to hide in and take positions in. And in these games you're looting. You're trying to gear up and you're trying to get strong. But one of our powers is called Creeper, which allows us to actually hide inside of the loot. You can climb inside a refrigerator. Don't try this at home, kids. You can get inside of lockers. And I actually, fun fact, did the voiceover for what I have to call hiding pervert. Because when you're in the locker, I do this like, and then we run it through some post-process and make it sound cool. But when you are in Cascadia and you're hiding and waiting to get the drop to somebody, that's going to be my voice gently whispering in your ears.
Love it.
I'll remember that. I've also got to ask, because I know it's so important to players, is the size of the DeadNet map as well. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Absolutely. It is 5.5 by 5.5 kilometers of real Cascadian wilderness with mountains and jungles and beaches.
That's true,
and
Eclipse.
plains and farms.
Right, the 80s and 90s didn't have a cell phone, so it's like an easy get out of free card to call somebody. You have to get to an actual payphone or get to a phone.
Even though we're launching with one map, you never get the same zone twice.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing because it's going to force players to have to kind of learn different areas of the map and also different ways of approaching with their abilities.
This is PUBG.
Yeah. Dave, I got to ask, we've seen it a couple of times in some of the gameplay. We've got a lot of baby dolls going on. Some of them are running around. Can you tell us a wee bit more about that? Because that looks right up
I had a really bad childhood.
So we have kind
my
of
mom
beyond chasing abilities and injuries.
wanted a girl, so she gave me dolls.
Weirdos. These are very strange choices you can make.
Oh, I'm
for that
sorry.
single match,
Yeah, the dolls are in the
including,
game because
taking those hands off or becoming the large dual SM or LMG wielding pig, or in the case you just mentioned, our little sweet precious darling baby doll. She is a 2.5 foot tall chaos gremlin that can. She spawns with a little tiny RC car, which drives very fast and is very cute to manipulate. She can hitch a ride on her squad mates. She can jump on your back. And most importantly, she can jump on an enemy's back and quietly hang out. And she will occasionally laugh, which can tip
I'm
them
confused
off. And if
on
the
what
jig is
PUBG
up,
is doing.
if she has to fight, she can start drilling in the neck and
Isn't
stealing
PUBG
medkits,
one of the most
making you drop your
popular
stuff,
battle
which is
royale games still to
incredibly
this day?
frustrating to deal with.
Yeah.
God, I'll probably end up playing Dead Net so much I'll turn into a baby doll. I live and breathe it as much as I can. Like,
Right, Dave, we've got to talk about
Morning, Wonder Rose.
PUBG.
Is this a
coming to
separate
PC,
PUBG game, like
but I
a
hear that you and the
standalone
team have
game,
really
or is this an
engineered
update within
Dead Net to be
PUBG?
a bit more for a game that's console first. Can you talk a little bit about that and what that means to you guys?
Well, I'm an old school console guy. My first game was Singularity by Raven Software. Shout out, made console first, aimed at the Xbox. And I myself, in my free time, my wife and I, who's probably watching, hi Kelly.
I'm confused and I play
love
PUBG.
to get on the couch and play.
This is a
console.
standalone game.
So that means when we're considering how to make this game, the gunplay, the traversal, the movement has to feel so beautiful on the sticks. The UI, the UX
It's a
has
separate
to be
game.
really friendly if you're 8
Why
feet
would
away
they
on the
do
couch.
this?
The rumble on your reload, or when you drop your weapon, or when a drill is going into your neck, needs to feel persuasive and fun and interesting. So we just think it makes a lot of sense to get it perfect on console, and then PC naturally would follow.
Sounds good. Sounds awesome.
I'm excited. Now, a lot of people who've played PUBG in the past, like, narrative is not something that will instantly jump to their heads. With Dead Net, that's completely different. How is the narrative going to impact the player from game to game?
So it's interesting. I
Nobody's
talked
playing this
about
game
at the
for
beginning of the
story.
show, you're choosing from a roster of 9 to start. Each one of these characters
They did say it's
has
more console
connections to
based,
the
so maybe
map
that's
itself,
why.
Where they will comment on areas of the map if they go someplace that's familiar to them. They have meta stories, goals, quests beyond just win the chicken dinner. It could be revenge, it could be finding someone that matters to them. And they have allies and rivals on the battlefield, which is expressed. If you ping someone that's an enemy, you're going to comment on it. If you revive an ally, you're going to have this little special VO. And
I feel like the updates they've done to this game
previous beta
should be
tests,
quality of life
shout
things
out
they put
Discord
into
group,
PUBG itself.
Is we are having fan art where without prompting, they're creating these connections, these love triangles, and they're discovering the story as they go. So we obviously want to, PUBG is the ultimate storytelling engine, and we think Dead Net expands that by letting a story go multiple matches where win or lose, you're still on a journey of finding your perfect build, and hopefully you're falling in love with your character and their goals and their quests, and you leave the game with a big smile on your face.
Love that. I can't wait to find out all the tea in Cascadia then
I'm
as well.
confused.
Dave, we can't let you leave
on
without
what
talking
they're
about
doing.
your tagline, death is only the beginning.
There's
What does that mean?
721,000 people playing
in every game I've ever
PUBG
played,
right now.
I always want a hot drop, and
Right
I always
now.
get my shit rocked, and I'm
Yet
always
they're
so
trying to
sad.
get a whole
And
different
it's either
market
you get two, like, come on,
to
boys,
come over
one
to
more game.
PUBG
And then that
this?
second loss in a row, you're like, well, actually, I got work tomorrow. In Dead Net, death is the beginning. You can get rocked. You can be an early out, but then in that out game where we give you the pick 3, oh my God, my build came in. Finally, a Kimbo showed up. Guys, let's get one more game.
Yeah.
So it's okay if you lose, because in these games, one guy wins, 99 loses. In our game, your real goal is making your perfect version of a killer, whether that's a guy with a car door riot shield playing a boombox to get his team hyped up, or a guy with blade hands that crawls around like a lunatic on his stomach
Fortnite's
like a
not
little
on
snake.
Steam.
We want
I don't
to
think it is,
celebrate
right?
player expression and choice and creativity in the world of Dead Net.
I just know that one more game is going to cause me some serious problems. So I'm going to be like, oh, we got to just get this build now. We got to do it. You mentioned betas, right? just a second ago.
Yeah, it's not
Can
on
you let
Steam.
people know how
Is
they
it?
can get involved themselves?
Yeah, we made the website super easy.
There's no
It is
Fortnite on
Deadnet,
Steam.
DED, which stands for
here's a
Dog
live
Eat
player
Dog.
count.
No.
Go to Deadnet, sign up for the beta.
Fortnite player
get your
count right now,
asses to
2.1 million.
Cascadia, and I will see you out there in the slaughterhouse.
We'll see you there too.
Go do it right now. But I'm looking forward to Deadnet. It's gonna be so much fun. It's been honestly one of my favorites from Gamescom so far as well. But thank you for coming by. Enjoy the rest of Gamescom. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you so much. It was a privilege and an honor. Have a great show, guys.
Thank you. Got to get that 90s playlist from you as well at some point.
Look for it on
100%.
King says they monetize PUBG
Now
in
coming
pretty
up
much
for you
every
guys,
way
we
they
are
can at this
jumping
point.
into the
There are
driver's
10
seat
different
of a
currencies and at least
Hollywood
3 or
stunt
4
car
different
as we traverse
monetizations,
the world's
RGN
deadliest
mechanics.
petting
They
zoo
probably had
with
the
a
time.
prehistoric twist
It's
and
just
all
weird
the
to me.
beasts that you
I
can
feel
shake
like
sticks at. But first, shifting gears to a jet
I feel like
engine with
they're
a
doing
saddle,
something like
it's time to go under the hood with
a
Star
complete.
Wars Galactic
We have a story
Racers.
about it, but Splitgate. I feel like they're doing something for Splitgate, but Splitgate, like you're abandoning something even though it's popular. Like, what are you doing?
Now we're talking shade. Speeder bikes. You know they're as dangerous as they look. You've ridden one before, but you've never raced one. That's where things get really interesting. Speeder bikes are like concussion missiles with handlebars. No wonder the Empire
They have the
love
time and
these
money to make
things.
other games?
On the throttle.
Then
it's
make a
all
completely
go.
different type of
But
game.
It does run wide in corners, so you gotta learn to wield her kinetic burst. Engage the
Otherwise,
kinetic
you're
burst,
breaking up your
and
player
bam,
base, aren't you?
decelerate hard, but lean in and hit the apex of the corner, and you'll blast out. It's a regenerative burst. Brake in, speed out. Now, there is a catch. Speeder bikes can be a little less resilient than good old land speeders. When Scandaro comes smacking into you, you're gonna feel it. So when you aren't in the mood
I
to
do
get
not
kicked
like the
around
marketing
track,
right now they're doing for
lean
this
into
game
that
with this woman's
beautiful
voice.
kinetic burst. And keep an eye out for shortcuts. Little pathways perfect for a craft of this profile. Oh, and watch out for hazards at those high speeds, all right? One bad line, or a racer that didn't move out of the way in time.
Yeah, why are they picking this
You're
woman for the voice?
Oh, ouch. Get me the parts, and I'll assemble the perfect speeder bike to suit your style. The sky's the limit, Shade. Whopping great engine. Sure, why not? How about some racing stripes too, for good measure? Quick acceleration, outrageous tricks, and a real menace in the right
What is
hands.
happening right now?
What are you waiting for? Go, Shade!
You ready to face your childhood?
That was the worst marketing for that.
We're on the other side of the looking glass. Place called Nod Nod.
My apologies for being behind here, but how exactly
I thought it was
did we
a,
end up on an
I
island?
thought it was a girl from like
this
Harry
lesson in
Potter
Braille
for a
Writing.
second, like a teacher.
Now here we are.
This town has a reputation for occult rituals and devilry, you know.
This isn't right. You aren't meant to know about all this stuff.
Come on, Mr. Luke.
I guess we have some breaking and entering today.
And you're awake. I'm willing to give it a good go, yeah.
What's going on? Why am I holding a cassette tape? Please, baby.
Ring, ring.
Tell me, Alchemist.
Um,
I trust your travels and not all
You
of
missed
them.
PUBG.
Very illuminating.
That's basically all they've shown. There was one other thing they showed, but I already forgot about it.
Hey everyone, welcome to this exclusive look at Planet Zoo 2, a creative management game where you get to build and manage your dream zoos. You'll be able to care for aquatic, terrestrial, and avian
I
species
totally
from
forgot.
all over the world, both within and beyond your zoos. Today, we're giving you a sneak
it was just
preview of
PUBG.
Wildlife Reserves.
It was just
a feature
PUBG
that
and
introduces
an advertisement
amazing
for
gameplay
Galactic Racer with the most
experience.
annoying woman's
From
voice.
rewilding ecosystems to releasing animals from your zoos back into their natural environments. These wildlife reserves have been designed with exploration and observation in mind. You'll be able to traverse these expansive landscapes on foot as well as in the new research vehicle, offering you new ways to spend time and learn about the animals you've released into your wildlife reserves. We hope you'll enjoy coming to these beautiful areas to relax, in between managing your zoos. We'll be sharing more details on wildlife reserves soon, so follow Planet Zoo 2 on social channels to be the first to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this one separate. Move all of these here for a second. Jurassic Park mobile game. Yeah, no, I fell for it, Kingard, when they showed it last
year,
award show.
The latest PC
I was like,
gaming
oh,
on
Back
the
to
go.
the Future, and then all of a sudden it was a stunt game. I was like,
it's only thing that this year we're going to bring you the next generation of Xbox handhelds. And here to tell us all about the exciting new ROG Xbox Ally X20 launching later this year, please welcome General Manager of Xbox Devices Dave Kearney and Asus Director of Product for Gaming, Gabe Meng. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Gamescom.
Thank you. It's exciting.
Yeah, exciting.
Again,
show us this overpriced handheld device.
But we got something a bit different now to talk about this year, and it's sitting right between us, which is very cool. But before we get to the new device, it won't be too long since it'll have been a whole year since the Xbox Ally range of devices were released. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about how that's been received, guys?
Well, it's been super exciting to see the fan reaction. We designed the original Xbox Ally to be, the way that you get that Xbox experience on the go. And you
can I just say, it's very impressive. It's very impressive that they've seemed to capture all the ambient noise inside the convention center instead of putting direct microphones to their faces. Even though that microphone's on their face, whoever's doing the audio stuff, I can hear the background better than them.
Launch to just keep cranking away at making it better. At this point now, we have over 2,000 games that have been optimized for handheld gaming.
Nice.
We've been expanding the number of titles that can take advantage of default game profiles, which automatically sets up the Xbox Ally products to be able to operate with the optimal frame rate and power settings. We've also been expanding advanced shader delivery, so that allows you to download your game shaders at the same time as the game itself. So you're able to just, when you launch that game for the first time, start the game faster, it plays smoothly, just like you would expect it to do. And then when you combine that with the work we've been doing with game studios, you've got the new games like Forza Horizon 6, Halo, Campaign Evolved, supporting all these features right out of the gate, so players get to just experience handheld gaming like it should be. No messing with settings, just jump right into the game as you would expect. And we're just getting started. There's more around the corner.
I like to hear that. Yeah, I mean, convenience with handhelds is one of the #1 reasons why I love playing with them. So to hear that all that work is going into these devices and that it's really, truly giving that gaming anywhere you like experience is awesome to see. But 2 days ago, you guys also announced that pre-orders are now live for the newest handheld in the ROG Xbox family. So
Dude's not even fixing his earpiece.
Tell us about this stunning piece of hardware right here.
Okay, I'll put that back in my ear.
Absolutely. We try to level up everything. ROG celebrates 20 years of gaming, community, and innovation this year. And our theme of translucent black and gold is on the ROG Xbox Ally X20. Its translucent shell with now updated rubber grips and contrasting
I can't wait to buy this.
The system buttons to that custom new color hue on our brand new light rings to the
Is it
internals
affordable?
and thermals.
Can I purchase it?
We've also updated Play by introducing TMR joystick modules. This minimizes power consumption while significantly reducing joystick drift over time. We've also updated our transforming D-pad, a new innovation that allows you to select between 4-way or 8-way play. So you can shift depending on the game you're playing to the input for the best diagonals that you want.
That's so cool. So it's a mechanically changing.
That's right, and you
Amazing.
can switch it on the play.
Wow, cool. Okay, what else we got going?
Absolutely.
Dope, Mike. It's $1,299.
A long time coming is our premium OLED experience.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so happy to say that the Ally X20 has an ROG Nebula HDR display, the very best of our standard of gaming displays. What this means in practice is a certified VISA display HDR True Black 1400 that starts with less than 1 nit of black to all the way of radiant highlights.
Look at the difference.
1400.
Travis can't tell.
What you're seeing
Travis can't
is
tell the difference.
cinematic of our ROG Saga universe game.
There's barely a difference.
Animation play.
There really is very little difference.
Play, against our current Ally X20 and our Ally X.
And it's definitely like a significant, even though it wasn't gameplay, it's still something you're really going to notice in terms of the depth of color, the richness of it as well. So, I mean, huge upgrade right there.
Absolutely. You're going to see some of the deepest blacks.
Yeah, let's just talk about random stuff.
Highlights. That's what true HDR is.
Nice.
And as a gaming certified panel, that means you're going to get variable refresh rate. So we're so happy to say that this panel has AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. That means starting at 30 instead of 48 Hertz and going all the way to 120 Hertz, you get adaptive sync and it's with HDR. And best of all, it comes as a 7.4-inch panel that we fit into our portable ergonomic space by slimming the bezels on top. Players can also expect a suite of ROG software features intended for this whole experience at launch.
That's pretty. You know what?
Asus store price $2,499. What a
really
steal!
Impressive amount of things you've managed to pack into it. I mean, larger screen, brighter colors, deeper blacks, and also, I'm a sucker for translucent hardware. So you got me on board with that straight away. Obviously, like you were saying, the Ally family has been undergoing numerous software updates, firmware updates that have improved the experience for players who already own an Xbox Ally or an Xbox Ally X.
And then
can we expect that same level of updates to land with the X20 as well?
For sure. I mean, one of the things that I love about the gaming community is just the passion.
The smartest thing that Xbox did was not build their own handheld.
All the fans
That's
out
it.
there. It really gives us inspiration, and we've made it our mission across Xbox and ROG to continue to level up the experience. Some of the examples of additional things that we've been doing is we've improved the library experience, so now players can actually pin their own games and pin their own apps, so they can just easily jump into the experiences that they love. We've also been rolling out a new feature called, and I'm referring to Super Wideband Stereo Voice support for Bluetooth LE audio. It's a lot of words. Sorry, I had to refer to my card here. But essentially what it means is that if you have a Bluetooth audio headset with a microphone and a game wants to go ahead and jump into using the microphone so you can play competitively or online, it just goes ahead and doesn't convert it to mono.
That dude's ear does not want to have that earpiece in.
Sound like you'd want it to with Bluetooth, which is magical, and it's exactly gaming as it should be.
That's really cool.
Yeah, super
nice.
awesome. We've improved the docking experience as well, so that if you're going to plug into a TV or a monitor or even one of the augmented reality ROG X-Real headsets.
Yes. Guys, you don't want to pay $1,000 for a console?
We've also been rolling out
don't worry.
automatic
we got you at $2,000 now.
Preview. And that is going to help make the game sharper and smoother, especially on larger TVs. So overall, the X20 is going to benefit from all these features, just like the original Xbox Allies did on day one.
So yeah, day one, you get everything that they've worked already incredibly hard on. And
don't worry, guys. If you bought it last year, you're suckers.
Fully
buy this year's instead.
It's also going to continue getting better as more of these updates roll out too.
Totally.
So all of that is just fantastic news, guys. Thank you so much for sharing all of that about the Xbox Ally X20. I'm going to have to go check out that pre-order link, I think, because, I mean, look at it. It just looks great. But for those of you guys that are eager to get your hands on the ROG Xbox Ally X20, pre-orders are live right now for both the standalone handheld, but also a bundle that includes the limited edition ROG X-Real R1 glasses, a matching limited edition kill switch from D-Brand, and also,
and what's the price?
A limited edition Pelican case
what
for
is
your
the
handhelds
price?
And accessories. So why don't you head to the website in the graphics just down below for more
Someone go to the
information
website.
and secure yours
Go
today.
to the website and let me know what it is.
I got a chance to catch up with the best gaming community in the world as they celebrate 25 years of Xbox. Because the Xbox Fan Fest World Tour was in full swing here in Cologne. And yeah, we were there to get in on all the action. So check this out.
Argus says 2,500 was for the bundle, but recently made changes where it's no longer tied strictly to the bundle. The handheld is $1,299
The energy of the
by
fans is
itself.
really what, it's just a highlight for me every year, getting to spend time with them. Absolutely. Connecting with people, it gives such deep purpose to what we do, the work we do, the games we make, and why gaming is such a unique social form of entertainment.
I'm going to pause there for a second. You hear him talking on that microphone right there? Do you hear how you don't hear all the ambient noise in the background? Yet the guys on the stage, they use the microphone on their mouth, and all you hear is
that connects us and lifts us all up, and the fans are the center of that.
Hello back there, how you guys doing? I'm so excited to be back to celebrate with you, the fans, because as you know, the community is near and dear to me. But right now, we're here to celebrate the great games. We're here to celebrate 25 years of Xbox.
What is your favorite memory from across the years of Xbox?
When I can afford
my
gaming.
little sisters an Xbox for their birthday. They're 10 years younger. And it was very exciting seeing them exploring all the games and getting comfortable with the console.
So you're inspiring the next generation of Xbox fans.
Yeah, too bad they can't afford it.
Really excited. It's really a nice location, and the activities here are really cool. I won an Xbox controller, so that's a big plus.
Bias. Hey, you won something. This is great. I love it. I've got a free controller.
I have to ask, you've been to so many throughout the years. What is your most favorite thing about FanFest? What makes it FanFest?
I mean, I have to say it's in the name, FanFest, right? It's the fans. They are what power this. They are what power Xbox. So coming here and feeling that energy, it's intoxicating.
Favorite thing about coming to FanFest?
Actually meeting new people every day, but also meeting friends from last year, and also playing all the good games, also in Game Pass. So, yeah.
Your favorite thing coming to FanFest? We pay your salaries.
Tonight's really special because you're here with us celebrating. So I want to just give a big round of applause and say thank you to this Xbox community.
How's it doing? Did it fix the combat? We'll try this on Game Pass. I already own it for PC. Actually, it's crossplay, isn't it? Is it crossplay? If it's crossplay, I'll keep playing on. I'll keep playing on PC. If it's not crossplay, then I'll play with Sarge. We'll try it one night or whatever. Nope, no crossplay. So I gotta play, if me and Sarge want to play it tonight, we gotta play it on Game Pass. That's fine. No date yet, probably next year. Oh yeah, when the movie comes out at the end of this year, it'll spike.
The world is shattered.
Is all really lost?
Oh, this is that game that Sarge always
I'm
tells me about.
Angelica,
Yep, there you go.
creative director on Kingdom 3
Sarge likes the
Rising
first two.
Realms, and I'm about to share a glimpse of what we're building in the next installment of the Kingdom game series. Kingdom is an atmospheric, side-scrolling, micro-strategy and tower defense game where you play as the monarch, wielder of the crown of creation, giving you the ability to rule. Guided only by the light of your torch, you
Oh,
find
shit,
yourself
did he really?
in a dark forest. Alone, you take your first step to building your kingdom and your legacy. Ancient monuments tower against the sky as if our ancestors
Man,
are still
you got
casting
Dolly,
their
Tim
stony
Curry,
gaze
and now-
over the landscape.
Now fucking Peter Cullen.
This looks like a pretty good spot for an outpost. A key part in managing your kingdom is to build and recruit. So let's get some citizens and assign them jobs. Hammers will create workers to help us construct new buildings, like a palisade. And bows will get us archers, ready to hunt
One
and
shall
defend the
stand,
kingdom.
one
It may
shall
seem kind of
fall.
small at first, but we'll find more people to join our cause as we explore the lands. In Kingdom 3, we want to create a vibrant world that speaks of ancient
The Optimus
legends
right here?
and introduce you to
There,
some new
right there's
faces.
Optimus.
Hopefully
Yeah, an
friendly
Optimus over
ones.
back behind me. You can't
Like
see it
this
right now.
elite character
You can
here.
see it if I
She's the
go full
bowmaster,
screen. I
a
think you
skilled
got-
archer who will
there's the
not
box
only
back
bring
there.
her own firepower, but also strengthen the other archers in the kingdom. Elites are new units. They're one of a kind, and they'll all bring powerful and unique abilities, and strategic choices for upgrades. Sometimes for offense, sometimes for defense, or even for a boost on the economy side of things. And that's good, because you'll need all
I
the
also got
support
that.
you can get.
I also got that
As
thing
the
right,
last rays of
right
light
here.
sink into
The
the
little
sea,
light up thing that
you'll hear howls
Optimus
coming
was fighting
from the forest.
Megatron.
The greed,
And the little resin
they
thing that
are
I got.
coming for you. Finding shelter behind the walls is a clever move. Thanks to some well-placed defenses, it looks like we'll survive.
This thing's
the
cool.
night,
Hold on, I'll show you this
but
thing.
something tells me the greed will be back. When dawn finally arrives, we can breathe again.
It's a little.
This is a great
I think I've shown
time
this
to
before.
head out and discover more of our surroundings.
It's a little.
Maybe
It's all
we can find
plastic.
out
and
where
you,
the
you
greed
piece
came
together. It's like a little.
In this world,
Little,
you'll
model
encounter
kit.
plenty of mysteries,
But he can move
powerful
and-
artifacts, and mythological
and pose them in different
beings.
ways.
This demo only shows a
Pretty cool.
fraction of what we planned. Interesting. I can't seem to interact with this one just yet. Don't let the beauty of this world fool you. Everything you see is at risk. We've already encountered the nightly creatures, but it's not just them. No, it's the whole land. It's like the greed has turned nature itself against us. Corrupted goo spreading and cursing the very ground we want to build our kingdom upon. Its spores and vines knock the coins out of our bag and threaten the very crown that sits upon our head.
Yep.
This is a new threat, and there's a new
Optimus
force
Prime.
within the greed, making them more powerful than ever.
85.
This has been a first
Sucks.
peek into the world of Kingdom 3 Rising Realms. As you've seen, you can of course rule alone, but you don't have to. The
Still
game
got a
will
Transformers
have
game that's
co-op,
come out. What's
so you
going
can
on?
always share the weight of the crown with a friend. I can't wait to show you more of the world in the future. Until
Imagine
then,
sitting
you
on
can
an
wish
IP
this
like
Kingdom
Transformers
3
doing
Rising
fucking nothing
Realms
with it.
right now.
Except for shitty mobile games.
All right, folks, it's time for the big show. Welcome to Reno Stead Airport, home of the Reno Air Races since 1966. And now welcome to the new home of the National Championship Air Races, Roswell, New Mexico.
Did they fix the game yet? Have they fixed this game? Does my character model still fly outside the plane on the wing? Or come through the floor? It's been 2 years. I would hope so.
If we came to Gamescom and didn't talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator, would it even be Gamescom?
ask the question.
Joining
Did you
me
guys
to
fix
talk
it yet?
about the update that you just saw is head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Jorg Newman, and President and Chief Operating Officer
did you fix
of
the game yet?
National Championship Air Races.
Are you going to tell me about some new...
Welcome, guys. How are you?
Great.
Thank you for having you put in the game.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Now, the National Championship Air Races trailer, that looked sick, what we just saw.
Indeed.
Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Sure, absolutely. So the National Championship Air Races go all the way back
Absolutely.
to
I'm going to tell you everything about the thing.
It's a unique,
that we didn't fix the thing from the last year or the year before that. But we're bringing something else new in the game. It's going to be broke when it comes out. I guarantee it.
From small aerobatic biplanes all the way up to World War II era warbirds and military training jets. It's really super cool. It's the world's fastest motorsport. Planes get over speeds of 500 miles an hour racing wingtip to wingtip.
Wow.
That's
Up
pretty
against
fast.
each other. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Not too many
online.
things that go that fast.
It's going to be fantastic. They're going to click through each other.
You get some rocket cars and military jets.
There'll be rubber
and
banding
some
going on.
commercial airliners, but yeah, it's pretty incredible. I took the ICE train from Frankfurt yesterday, and it only goes about half as fast as these ones.
Got to catch up. That's incredible. Amazing variety of planes and amazing speeds as well. But tell me, how close to the ground do they actually fly? Because they look pretty close there.
Yeah, they get very close. So
really?
Yes, it's 50
Is
to
it me or does she
350
talk to
feet
them
now. So
like she's
15
talking to her
meters above the
grandparents?
ground, where a lot of them are
You know what I
flying.
mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Grandpa.
Scary.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly
How does it
challenging,
work?
and it really takes the best pilots in the world.
They would like to
participate
know
in the
how it
event.
works.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
yes.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Now,
It's great.
you're like, really?
Thanks,
So
Grandpa.
Yeah, I mean, we connected Jorg and his team with a bunch of our most experienced pilots.
Yeah.
And it's been so cool to watch them work and just work so hard at making this truly authentic and realistic, like bringing what's real into the flight simulator. So now we've got the old Reno racetrack, plus we have the new Roswell track. So I'm really excited for flight sim fans to see it.
I love the design of the Roswell track. That looked really cool.
It's awesome.
And you've spoken about some of the pilots working with the team at Flight Simulator. Jorg, how have you made the team, you and the team,
First of
made
all,
such
thanks
an
for submitting the
experience,
questions.
Feel
I'm gonna
really
read 'em back to you
authentic
now.
and realistic in Flight Sim for like the likes of me, who maybe isn't the best pilot just yet. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't obviously do it without the help of Tony and his team. So we worked with them for like 6 years now.
Cool.
And in Flight Sim 2020, we actually had the Reno Air Race. It's a classic race. And it was fun, it was exciting, it has a lot of fans, but for Flight Sim 2024, we wanted to take this a lot further, make it more realistic, and a lot of the realism comes out of the planes. So in Flight Sim 2020, you could just go full throttle forward.
Ron says, hear me
and
out,
you
bro.
could fly the race.
Flight
No longer
simulator.
so. Now you actually have to manage
Extraction
the plane.
shooter.
You have to watch
I
your
think you got something
manifold
there,
air
Ron.
pressure. You have to
I think you got
watch
something
the
there.
engine temperature. And it's a more challenging thing, but it's much deeper. And it's a lot more fun.
But
and
you
on top
have
of
to
that, we
buy the
added
planes,
another race
right?
class, the short takeoff
microtransactions.
and landing race class. You saw it in the trailer. They're like super
Optional
close to the
landing
ground.
gear.
It's like a 1-to-1 versus race. Also super fun.
Wow, it sounds really good and really fun. I'd love to have a
Oh,
go, and we
actually,
actually have experience
I just thought
here
about
at
it, Ron.
Gamescom, right?
I just thought about it.
Booth?
Yes,
You
yes.
start
exactly. So
off,
it's right over there. Like,
and you
it's the
got to
first time
find the
anybody outside
different
team can
pieces
play
on the map.
the
So
National
100
Championship
people
Air Races. We
land
have a
on the
leaderboard.
ground.
The leaderboard.
Nobody
there's a
shoots
daily
each other.
leaderboard.
You have to
Whoever
go
wins- yesterday I was on
scavenge
it for
pieces,
like a brief moment.
and you got to bring them back to the
Yeah.
airfield.
But,
Okay.
No, so
And you have to
whoever
hide them and
gets the
store
top
them in
prize
places.
Gets a really cool remote
So other
control
people don't steal your
P-51.
stuff.
We brought
And
7
whoever
of
can
those
build a
planes.
plane first and
They're
take
the
off.
fastest ones in the race, 500 miles
That's
an
how
hour.
you extract.
And we'll see who wins.
Okay,
Done it.
well maybe I'll have to
What a
have
great
a go and try
concept.
and win that prize for myself afterwards. Tony, thank you so much for joining us to tell us about the National Air Race Championships and what we can look forward to in Flight Sim with that. Can you let me know when that's coming out now?
I just made the
so
first
the real
extraction
live
airplane
event is
game.
coming up in 3 weeks. It's September 16th to
Passive.
20th in Roswell, New Mexico.
No one kills each other. You just gotta. You just gotta. You gotta build a plane. Whoever can take off first.
It's releasing October 13th.
Or
Get
even better
ready.
yet, how about this?
You better get
Everyone
ready.
has to find the
Now,
pieces to make a
Jorg,
plane,
as
but then
usual,
it's to
I know
fight
that's not all.
to the
Have you
death
got
for one
something else
person to get
share
on the
with us
plane.
today?
Just a little.
So you got to help each other build the plane, and then you got to work stuff out. So it's
I'm
proximity
from Germany,
chat.
As you probably know, right? So let's
I kind of
watch
like
the
it.
trailer first.
I kind of like it. I knew they were going to show a new fucking airport. new airplane. Okay. You see how it started out? It's a feature. I wanted to love this game, by the way. I wanted to love this game, but every time I play it, it's fucking broke. Nothing breaks your immersion of all these details as you see your feet hanging out the fucking bottom of the thing. The sky is calling.
Well, Jorg, that is a very pretty plane, but I'd love to know from you, is there anything about that that's special or any extra context I should know?
Yeah, so as you know, I'm from Germany, here in Cologne. I love to come here, and now it's German planes. It's one of my favorite things in the world. This one, it's called the Heinkel HE-70 Blitz. It was the fastest plane in its time. So in 1930, Lufthansa, which is a big German airline, they wanted a plane to connect Hamburg, Berlin, Frankfurt, and Cologne. Wow. And so this was the fastest plane at the time. It broke 8 of the world's speed records and has a special design. I don't know if you saw it. It was very innovative. So it had retractable undercarriage. It was the first time that any airliner did that. It had the retractable air coolant for the engine, and that made it the fastest plane. It flew like 200 miles an hour back then, which was shocking. They only made 324, and none of them survived. The last one was scrapped, unfortunately, in 1954. So when we decided to bring this back, we had to find all the people who know anything about it. Museums, aviation enthusiasts, and they helped us a ton. And it took many years to do this, and I think the end result is fantastic, and everybody's super happy, and I can't wait for everybody to play it. It launches
remember,
today, as a matter of fact, right now.
What the PUBG guy said about fans will tolerate anything being bored. I get the fans in the back. They're bored. That's right.
Oh, that's lovely, Jorg. I really love the way you and a lot of the team are working to preserve such
This guy literally pulled, look, these two pulled up the video on their phones, and they're seeing themselves live on the thing. You can see it right here. Hold on. Let me rewind for a second. Right here.
Great context with the history.
Watch the background.
A bit personal for you as well. That's lovely, Jorg.
He looks and goes, "Oh look, I'm on TV."
You and a lot of the team
are
working
it's
to
live.
preserve such iconic, historic.
There it is. He's like, "I'm gonna put it down because they can see me. I'm gonna put that in my pocket."
16.
You know, the technology that they're using for this game, we've talked about this like a couple years ago when they were showing it. Imagine a world where you can drive around the actual world that we live in with inside the video game because of the technology they have, right? Look at the detail. When you're up in the plane, it looks fucking phenomenal. When you get down low, it's very pixelated and stuff. But imagine a game like this where everyone could just roam the streets like Grand Theft Auto type of stuff. That'd be crazy. And this is petabytes of information, by the way. Petabytes of information that's being streamed to you.
I'm definitely excited to be back at Gamescom, but boy, do I want to go to Italy right about now. How about it, Jorg? You coming with me?
How about you, Grandpa? You want to come with me?
No, I'm seriously. I've been to northern Italy. I love Italy. I've been to northern Italy, like Bolzano, which we call Bozen, the Dolomites. But I've never been to San Marino. I've never been to Sardinia, Sicily. I'm super excited that people can go explore these places now. And this is also launching right now. and 2020 and 2024.
Wow, how exciting both. We can go in and
Those two guys in the background.
Now,
They look directly in the camera like...
already, but you said you had maybe another announcement for us?
Yes, and this one is personal. So like, for a few years now, we've tried to find a partnership
he's looking at it right now. He's looking at the video.
Which is the German flag carrier airline. And after all these years, I'm so happy to announce that we now have a relationship with Lufthansa.
Look, every time it cuts to him, look, he's like, I'm on TV.
About this, Lufthansa
look, you're on TV. I can see you.
100th anniversary this
look
year.
at me.
They made a special livery on some of their fleet, the 100-year anniversary livery, and we're bringing that also
you're on
to flights.
TV. Yeah, look.
Makes me so happy. I can't tell you.
I'm gonna pretend I'm not on TV. Look directly at the camera.
Thanks. Now, would you like to take a look at that? Would you like to show us maybe?
Yes, we have a little quick trailer.
Let's do it.
This is a lot of things to show here, huh?
For the 100 years formation. Copy that. Lufthansa Super getting into position.
Jorg, that looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the livery. I can't wait to fly them as well. And congratulations again for that partnership. I love that. That's personal for you and to the team.
It's a match made in heaven.
Oh, fantastic. Love to hear it.
She's a sweet girl, but she's not playing this game.
I have a little challenge for you.
Okay.
You are head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I would like to hear how many planes you can name in 30 seconds. Are you up for it?
Grandpa.
Okay. Let's get
how many
that
planes
timer
can you
started.
name?
And now.
All right. Cessna 170, 172, 175, 180, 182, 185, 190, 195, 206, 207, Boeing 707, Boeing 717, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87, Airbus 220, 220, 319, 320. 321, 330, 340, 350, 380, and then X1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Enough. Well done, Jorg.
X-planes.
I'm going to say that was like at least 1 million planes. So well
I
done.
don't know. I want to count.
Okay, we'll review it in post. Jorg, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for bringing so much for us to enjoy and joining us into this excursion into the world of aviation.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Great to see you. Have a great Gamescom. But for you guys here, these 4 days in August, Cologne is the epicenter of gaming. With all
I did
the
have that beard when we
latest news and
started,
titles, including these
it
next
did get
4
longer,
games
though.
set to make their debut on an Xbox,
what do we got?
PC, or a handheld near you. And some could be dropping a little sooner than you think.
Okay. Behold!
There are treasures here that could change your life.
A co-op dungeon crawler. Okay.
The ones who have gone inside have been pretty silent through the years.
It's like what reminds me of like Minecraft back in the day.
Are different, aren't you? So, eat as well as you can. After all, you never know which meal will be your last.
Deep Dish Dungeon.
This is a Paris that I no longer recognize. Every darkened corner is a tombstone, a reminder.
Okay.
Tell me, do you think I'm chasing a false path?
The girl that's playing the nun, she kind of looks like or reminds me of Mina Kunitz. Is that her name?
Wish list now.
I like the art style here. Right? Didn't she look like her a little bit?
Let me once again welcome you to Blake Manor.
Is it a puzzle game? Yeah, it's a puzzle game. Okay.
Tomorrow night, when the veil is thinnest, we will speak directly with one of the dead.
Why did you let it happen? Well then, Mr. Ward, welcome to the Grand Seance. I hope whatever you are looking for,
I don't think they're all Xbox exclusive just enough. I think they're just not showing.
The Heart of Daisy Badlands
that it's on PlayStation. You know what I mean? They took the PlayStation thing off and the Nintendo thing off.
Arid borderland, layered with proud regional history, geopolitical intrigue, and countless stories waiting to be told. Most importantly, your story. But instead of being just survivors stranded on the coast, we now expect you to become nomads, mercenaries, and local to know the lay of the land.
What is this?
In short, you are expected to be more experienced, hardened, and shrewd. However, our motto, "This is your story," is still very much in effect. That means we still expect you to approach it in your own way and pace. You will lead your own story by dying a lot.
Zombies, okay.
At first, this might happen because of prolonged exposure to the sun or extreme dehydration, since standing water is scarce in Nasdara. But you know what you are doing. You will search for regional clothing with low insulation, keep yourself in the shade, and maybe even team up with another player to restore a broken down well so you can share the water.
Like rust?
And then they can betray you. Let's say you have the basics of survival figured out. You found some decent gear, interesting food and drinks to keep you going, a friendly companion to travel with, and motorcycles that can take you farther than you've ever gone before.
It's the same thing that PlayStation does. When they show a third-party game, they just don't tell you it's on the other console.
To better gear and find stronger protection. You'll have multiple points of interest to choose from, like these examples. But of course, these areas will also attract other players, meaning there's always a risk of getting killed on sight. But there's a less risky and more interesting option. For this, we suggest picking up a personal radio. These are no longer just tools for long-distance communication, they can now receive transmissions that you'll need to decode yourselves. It may be worth investigating the locations they lead you to across the land where valuable loot awaits. We won't leave you high and dry, as you'll find resources to help you decode the messages.
Problem with games like this.
So, now that you have all the loot you need and more, how do you store it safely?
Hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
You will be able to rebuild and barricade some of the houses found throughout Nasdara. Whether it is a single room or an entire building, there will be plenty of options to choose from, as long as you can gather the necessary materials for your reconstruction project.
On Netflix.
And most importantly, shelter is a necessity when it comes to keeping you and your squad safe, especially during a certain event, when all you can do is hunker down, wait it out, and hope it passes. Of course, these are only a few possible lives. As always, this is your story, and we can't wait to see them all. See you in the Badlands on October 15th, survivors.
So, okay, the problem with like games like DayZ and stuff like that is it's cool. Like you're by yourself, you come across someone else, you can work together. But when someone goes into the game and they're working together, they overpower everybody else. You know what I mean? Unless you're like a really, really good player, you can take out other people.
And a lot of green.
It ruins your experience if you come across a group of people and then just fucking own you.
All this amazing collection.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really cool stuff here. So we worked with all of our hardware partners that designed for Xbox to put a collection of products together inspired by 25 years of Xbox. Translucent green, we've gone from audio, keyboard, and mouse, all the way down to a blind box mobile controller there from Backbone with 3 colorways inspired by the
Backbone is so overpriced.
And the you see the little halo in there, maybe a blue for the Japan exclusive. Very cool.
That's right. They're so sick. And like you said, you've got a good spread
Look,
for all kinds
designed
of gaming
for
experiences.
Xbox, meaning Xbox is not making these products themselves.
Pretty classic.
Sure.
But I see we've gone for a splash of green here. So green is the new black. Tell us a bit about the Basilisk.
Absolutely. I mean, the highest quality stuff you can get, amazing polling rate, everything you'd expect from Razer. 75% size keyboard is also really cool, very popular right now. People are liking a little bit more tight and compact for their gaming setup, so super excited about these.
These are super sick. And you've even got, I think, your own Xbox key on it as well if you wanted to swap it out.
That's right. Yeah, you can pop that, and the game bar comes
Chopper
right
Erg says,
really nice feature.
you're going to be sneaky and careful, and some jerk with all hacks players boxes, perfect headshot, going to take your stuff. Yeah, it's all takes. You're like, oh, wow, you're like immersive in the game.
I do a lot of capture.
You're like, oh, it's so great. I feel so good playing this game, and all of a sudden, bang,
We've
you're
also
like,
got some hammerheads as well. Again, in that same kind of translucent green.
Yes.
It's really sick. What's the deal with the hyperspeed hammerheads?
These are so cool, right? So for a long time, we'd had requests for earbuds for console, right? And we never had the ability to do these. Now in this translucent green, this is actually something that connects directly to your console. So you still want to use these for on the go, you want to use them on your PC, that's great. But you can connect these directly to your console and get, latency-free 2.4 gigahertz sound.
Nice.
Perfect.
So it uses Xbox Wireless Protocol?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool. It's just a little dongle that plugs into the back, and you're good to go.
Really nice. And then what about when it's time to charge your controller? Because, I mean, I'm hoping
You've
to pick up
got
one
to
of the
wiggle.
new Xbox
let people know.
25th
Let people know
anniversary controllers.
I see
Can
you. I know you're
charge that
cheating.
thing up with anything nice?
Yes, that 8-bit charger right there is so cool. It perfectly matches the design, right?
Yeah.
So we've worked with our team, industrial design team, to make sure that we have sort of a seamless experience that goes all the way through. It's the perfect way to display your very special controller, which we know is already a hot ticket item.
So sick. We were speaking to Carl Ledbetter yesterday about the design of the X25 console and how much went into getting the right kind of the green.
Yes.
Is it the same process for the charging stand as well?
Yes, absolutely. We work very closely with Carl's team to ensure that whatever's done from a first-party standpoint, our third parties are able to take advantage of the same thing. So it's a whole process of color matching and back and forth samples being sent, and Carl's always been a wonderful support in that.
I love that team collaboration. Yeah. And then in terms of, if I wanted to bundle all these together, maybe to take them home with me right now, is there anything else that's pretty handy for that?
Power Sling bag right here. Not only is this great
That's
for
crazy you've asked about that.
It's actually a perfect fit for the Ally.
We're standing right next to a bag.
Ally is right behind us. That fits in there perfectly. There's room for a controller up here too. So it's just kind of a handy thing. If you were at FanFest last night, you might have walked away with one. So we're excited for everybody to get their hands on this.
Well, while you're just packing this all away for me in one of those so I can go home with that, thank you so much. But we're actually going to head over now to Charlie with the latest on the next installment of the Dragon's Dogma franchise.
The Dragon's Dogma community has been eagerly awaiting the newest expansion, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, since it was announced earlier this summer. Well, get ready, because it's time to check out the latest gameplay right from our stage. Joining me now, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen producer Yoshiaki Hirabayashi and director Kento Kinoshita, along with interpreter Patrick Shields.
Guy did his hair today.
Gamescom, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. So, what I want to ask first, we're going to dive straight into the demo, and we're going to be focusing on this fallen dragon encounter we see here. So, why was this quest considered the one you wanted to show off, and why is it the best way to showcase what players can experience in this new region?
今回遊んでもらう利害の竜のクエストはなぜデモ版に入れたくて入れたんですか？どんなような体験をユーザーに提供したかったんでしょうか？
Is it needed to find a white guy that is a translator? Are there no Japanese guys that are translators?
エネミーなので、それを体験していただきたくてこのシーンに切り出しています。
The Fallen Dragon is the first really powerful enemy that you're going to encounter in the new icy region of Norgin. So I just wanted to get straight to the point and let anyone who's trying out this demo discover just how tough it is.
Love that. Let's dive right in. And I want to pick up on the setting as we're going into the game as well. So you mentioned this like snow blanketed area as well. So when we see these mountains and this landscape that you've generated, what did the team want to create with this new region, and what impression did you want to make on players for the very first time? I mean, look at that.
このように美しく雪に包まれた雪の国ですけど、プレイヤーにどういう印象を与えたくて、どういうコンセプトがあってこのモチーフの
Is this a DLC?
はい、
To Dragon Dogma 2?
違う新しい体験を皆さんに楽しんでいただきたくて、
Maybe he's available in Germany.
こういった本編にはなかった雪に包まれた大地で遊んでもらいたいと思ってそこをコンセプトにしました。
That translates for Japanese. It's never a Japanese guy, it just happens to speak English as well. That's all I'm saying.
In the context of this game and this icy region, I thought would just completely refresh the Dragon's Dogma 2 experience in players' eyes.
Absolutely. We're straight into the combat as well. There we go. It's worth mentioning as well that pawns are a really important system to the Dragon's Dogma franchise. So what role do they play as the player explores this new region of Norgan?
ポーンはやはりドラゴンズドグマ
Dragon's Dogma
なので
2 came out in what?
だと思うんですけど、ノルガンではどういう役割を満たすのでしょうか。
はい、まず今回この今見えているあの砦に行きます。
So what we're doing right now is someone in the village settlement has asked us to go up to the fort that he just showed on the screen. There's some mysterious events going on, so we're going to go and check that out.
ポーンはクエストの目的地に連れてきてくれますし、戦闘でもプレイヤーのことをたくさんサポートしてくれます。
The pawns are going to support us in a variety of different ways, not just combat support and lending a helping hand with these enemies, but they're actually going to show us the way to the stronghold and guide us on our adventure.
Amazing. And they're imbuing your items as well. That's why we're glowing here, yes?
今この
March 22nd, 2024.
ポーンがその炎属性をキャストしてくれたおかげです。
はい。ポーンがプレイヤーに炎のギフトをくれました。
Exactly. They've granted you the gift of fire just in time for the icy enemies.
Nice, perfect touch. Love that. Oh, there's also a new feature that's been added, right? A new way to initiate conversation and interactions with pawns.
They pick a white guy to make you people feel more comfortable.
自分からポーンに指示できる要素があると聞いたんですけど、何なんでしょうか。
はい、命令を追加してまして、エクスプロアっていう探索をしなさいという命令だったり。
Why do I care what color skin the guy is? Translating English.
Yeah, we've added the explore command, which will command your pawns to check out the area and see if they can find anything. And also, for the first time, you can actually suggest to the pawn, let's do a high five. This is something that was previously only organic, but now you can make it happen yourself.
It's like Airplane. Remember the movie Airplane? You ever see the movie Airplane? Close enough? You ever see the movie Airplane? Where the two black guys are sitting in the plane and they speak jive. Right? They speak jive. And the stewardess can't understand them. So she gets a translator and it's an old grandmother.
I mean, these really unique combat encounters.
Like,
we just saw that the environment when you walked through that pillar there landed on someone too. So it's a pretty unique way you can fight through this universe.
こういうつららですとか、雪の氷の国ならではのギミックもあると思うんですけど、その辺のデザインのフィロソフィーとコンセプトについて教えてください。
そうですね。本編になかったこの地形を使ったりギミックを使った体験を大事にして、戦う以外の戦術としてこういった要素が楽しめるように作っています。このつららに敵を刺したりすることもできます。
Yeah, as you pointed out, things like these spiky ice spikes and icicles. I didn't want the frozen waste to just be a visual effect. It's really something that is part of the environment, and you can use these traps and gimmicks to fight enemies any way you wish. So it adds a certain extra level of strategic.
Did they get rid of the fast travel microtransactions?
You couldn't find in the other regions.
Wonderful, I love that. Oh, we found a spooky cave. I think so. I wanted to actually tap in on something. I think when you open the chest, if my memory serves, yes, there we go. Spoils are a really important element when it comes to players' progression and adventure. So how does this experience compare with a traditional loot system?
従来通りの、宝箱を開けてルートをもらうシステムと今回の遺産品を入手して鑑定するシステムはどのような違いがあるのでしょうか。
今回この遺産品は戦闘の中で敵を倒しても手に入りますし、さっきみたいに探索でも手に入ることができます。
Firstly, the relic system is not limited to combat. As we saw, you'll be able to discover little nooks and crannies throughout the map, and you can find relics in hidden treasure boxes. So there's a variety of ways to get them.
Sorry.
これは鑑定することで、どのような武器か防具が手に入るように。
Why is she laughing?
Deeply unserious gameplay here.
Anyway, back to the relics.
We've got a snowball. What is going on?
Yeah, so once you get the relics, you're going to want to go back to the settlement, and by appraising them, you can discover exactly what spoils you've received and what kind of weapon or armor you got.
I see, fantastic. I also noticed as well, so many things just went on there, but I want to go back to when you were walking up the hill just then. The player was sort of shielding himself from the weather. I'm assuming that's something that's unique to this area that we've not seen before.
今いろんなことが同時に起こってたと思うんですけど、確かに猛吹雪に向けてプレイヤーキャラクターが
It'd be great if the actual person that was translating wasn't asking the actual question.
ゲームプレイの要素について、仕様について教えてもらえますか?
And then they're responding, and then he's just responding back. Like nobody actually understands. The guy that's the translator is just saying shit back and forth and making up stuff.
もう寒いんで手を当ててちょっと動きが遅くなったりする
Yeah, someone we talked about a little bit earlier.
逆に追い風になるとプレイヤーは早く動いたり遠くまでジャンプができます。
Yeah, this wind system is not just about the fact that it's freezing cold. You actually have to work with or against the wind direction. So at times whenever he's holding his hand up, that means he's walking into the wind and it's going to slow down your progress and make you colder. But if you're going in the opposite direction, actually having the wind at your back can be a benefit and it can make you move faster.
He snowballs. He's a menace. Tell him he's a menace.
もう意地悪なんですね、遊び方が。
いや、紹介ですよ。
All I want to do is show you the features.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Just crazy, crazy features. Also, am I right in saying that this is kind of a weird place to be encountering ghouls? Is this hinting at something else that's maybe wrong with the area?
このような設定にグールっていう
You know, it's actually pretty interesting. You see the snow as he walks through the deep parts of the snow, but you see that whole area that they're in. The whole snow is like flattened down,
グールのよ
which is
う
pretty
な
cool.
魔物はいなかったんです。でも村の小集落にいる NPC のドリたちからこの砦で異変が起きてるから調べてくれと言われてここに来ているので、その中で今グールに出会って何か異変が起きているという状況です。
Exactly. The reason we've come up to this fort is because the people in the village have told us something strange is going on up here. We've never seen these kind of undead creatures, so we want you to go and investigate. And really, there shouldn't be ghouls up here in the icy waste of Norgan, so we're going to have to find out what the source of this infestation is.
Absolutely, and the best way to figure that out is another new feature that you guys have added, which is 6 skill slots you have now, so 2 brand new ones. So why was that addition important for players in this update?
今探索と戦闘している間に
to give you time to actually feel like you're getting something
4つから6つセットできるようになっている状況でのプレイなんですけど、なぜそういうふうに仕様を変更したのでしょうか？
はい、ユーザーの皆さんからいろいろお声をいただいて。
Figure says, don't talk about the microtransactions. The Dragon Dogma crowd will come to your house and get you for caring.
たくさんいただいたので、カスタム
Dare
スキル
you!
のセット数を
We want microtransactions and fast travel.
The increase in the skill slots was really a response to player feedback. As you said, it was only 4 slots in the base game, and we heard from a lot of players that while they loved the combat action of the game, they just felt a little bit limited in terms of their toolset variety. So boosting that up to 6 slots, I think, just gives you so many more options at a given time, and
Everyone
it adds.
wants to do more.
Yeah,
right?
it gives you extra depth to your gameplay.
こちらのカスタムスキルが4から6になるのは9月の2日に予定しているタイトルアップデートですでにも
But it almost looks like a movie set. Like when they throw the rock, it doesn't have any weight. Like it hits the guy, but when it falls, it's like styrofoam. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
Which we've just announced this
Even the
morning.
snowballs.
Fantastic.
2nd of
It doesn't feel like it has
September
weight
European
behind
time,
it.
1st of September Pacific time. You'll be able to update your base Dragon's Dogma 2 game and enjoy that extra 2 skill slots, even if you haven't yet got into Dark Arisen.
Fantastic news. Feels like Christmas. What a gift.
嬉しいプレゼントなんですね。
I'm wondering, do you have any favorite class types to fight as, or anyone that you guys tend to roll with immediately?
テストプレイとかプライベートでも好んで選ぶジョブとかありますでしょうか？
僕はファイターのスラッシュ&ボードの遊び方が好きなので、よくこのファイターを選んで遊んでいます。
I believe simple is best, so I stick to the fighter. You know, they call it sword and board gameplay, and that suits me perfectly, so I stick with the fighter usually.
Amazing. What's that? I'm gonna guess that's the fallen dragon we saw at the beginning.
これは一体何でしょうか？利害の竜という存在だったりするのでしょうか？
はい、このシーンの目玉となるボスバトルが始まります。
Yeah, this is the key centerpiece of this quest.
I've ever seen in my entire life.
Fallen dragon.
It's got a really, how do I say this as a compliment? That's a really horrible looking dragon. And I'm gonna guess the ghouls are connected to him in some way because he's spitting them up.
この不気味な要素からすると、おそらくグールの存在に関連している存在なんですね。今まさしく喋ってる間に吐き出しましたし、
グールを吐き出して、
She said your dragon looks like shit.
グールも迫ってきますし、このドラゴンとも戦わなきゃいけない非常に危機の楽しめるシチュエーションです。
Exactly. While you were asking, he literally puked up those ghouls.
Yeah.
So they're question asked, question answered.
There you go.
So they're going to add a little bit of extra spice to this boss battle. You're not just taking on this huge dragon, but you have this crowd of ghouls to try and manage as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. And clearly, you can see from the screen right here, if anyone hasn't played any Dragon's Dogma gameplay, that health bar is pretty monstrous. So we know that this dragon is an immense threat to this region. So why was he the best one to show off for this experience? Is it because he was big, mean, ugly, and difficult, or was there another reason?
It looks like shit, respectively.
相当手強い敵だと思うんですけど、あえてこの高難易度の敵をデモのクエストとして選びたかったのでしょうか。チャレンジングな内容ということをアピールしているものでしょうか。
そうですね。チャレンジングな内容もアピールできたらいいと思ってたんですけれども、いいと思ってるんですけれども、それ以上にこのノルガンのストーリーに対して重要なドラゴンだから紹介したくてシーンに入れています。
That's certainly one aspect, showing you that there's really meaty challenge awaiting you in Dark Arisen, but also the Fallen Dragon is really a key puzzle piece to the game's storyline. So I wanted to choose a quest where people can get an experience of what awaits them in the story as well.
He's crawling all over his head now. I mean, it's amazing gameplay. I absolutely love it, and it's so good to see a battle with a dragon because it's such a defining feature of the series. So, can you tell us some more maybe memorable moments we can expect from this combat encounter?
今回のボス戦は今頭に登ったりしていると思うんですけど、他に何か期待できるサプライズな要素ですとか、チャレンジングの部分を紹介してもらっていいでしょうか。
はい、これからもう少し頑張って心臓がないんです。
The hell is that?
I'm going to keep trying to take him down, and you'll probably see some changes as the fight progresses. But it's quite easy to notice right now that this dragon actually has no heart in its chest. There's a hollow hole.
Wow, that's the blue that we're seeing.
Oh, his head just fell off. They jumped ahead in the gameplay.
頭を壊してもまだ動くのです。
He may have lost his head, but he's gonna not just die instantly. So don't worry, the battle isn't over.
The health bar's going isn't a sign of good things. There's actually more work
HP ゲージが効いたのはもう終わってるっていうわけではないんです。そうなんです。Yeah, still not over.
Oh no. And the health bar is completely back.
もう完全に回復したじゃないですか。HP ゲージ。はい。
And so are all the ads.
We literally get 15, 20 minutes per showcase when they do this.
Yeah, you quickly realize that even a beheading won't do it, and also the ghoul puking is back. So at this point, the player is thinking, how am I going to beat this thing?
Absolutely.
They're not showing Grand Theft Auto here.
He's lost an arm now as well.
Are they?
I'm going to guess now's a really bad time to ask the pawns to high five, right?
この間でハイタッチするのはさすがにタイミング悪いんですよ。危険です。It's too dangerous.
はい、そして今壊した部位を再生しました。不死の竜なんです。
Well, it's kind of an undead dragon essentially.
Yeah,
so some of the parts that we've cut off are starting to regenerate as well. So it's pretty tough.
So does that mean you need to change up your strategy in fighting this, or is this maybe a lost battle to begin with?
もう戦略を変えるべきなのか、もはや諦めることなのでしょうか。
そうですね。物語を通してこのドラゴンを倒す方法を
You have
探
to
さ
pay
な
a
ければなりません。
microtransaction to beat the dragon.
Through the course of the storyline, you're going to have to realize, taking on board that you couldn't beat it this first time, you need to find a way to slay this dragon, and that's going to be the centerpiece of the story.
Wow, okay. I mean, you've really put a nail in the coffin there. There's no way you're going to come back from that.
ですが、ここでもう一人キャラクターが登場します。
Well, just whenever we thought things are lost, we're going to find some support from a surprising source.
Ah, this mysterious woman. Am I allowed to know who this is?
この謎に包まれた女性の存在について何か教えてもらえることはありますか？
どうぞ。ここからはこの女性がどういうふうにこの竜と自分と関わるのかはぜひゲームプレイを通して楽しんでいただきたいんです。
Well, I would love to spill all the secrets right now, but I really want everyone to enjoy the game, so I'm going to leave it for you to find out when you get your hands on Dark Arisen.
Fair enough. I can't ask for anything more. So let's recap everything that we spoke about today. So there's new environments, new exploration mechanics, spoil system, narrative mysteries, but what do you think will surprise long-time Dragon Dogma fans most when they first set foot in this region?
今回新しいエリアや戦闘、コンバットでできることをいろいろ紹介してもらったと思うんですけど、ドラゴンズドグマの既存ファンが一番驚く新要素は何だと思いますか？
一番驚く新要素はいくつもあるんですけれども、ちょっと今日ご紹介したい内容としては今まで本編にもなかったんですけれども、このレリックを集めるために小集落にいる狼を連れてレリックを探せることがチャームポイントになってます。
I think players will be surprised and delighted by a lot of the new features, but if I had to pick one, I would say that we showed you getting relics through combat and also through finding them in little parts of the map, but there's another way you can get them, which is in the settlement. There's actually a wolf who, if you befriend the wolf by feeding it, it'll bring you out into the world and discover relics for you. So it's a brand new companion and another way to find relics.
I love that. That sounds fantastic. Well, I have one final question before we go. We couldn't get to see a high five in the game, but can I maybe have a high five here today? Is that okay?
Oh, for God's sake.
Amazing! High five! Thank you so much. Thank you. Patrick, bring it in. Thank you so much. Well, have an amazing Gamescom. Thank you so much for joining us today. And coming up next, the team from Infinity Ward stops by to talk Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. And
fantastic. Can't wait to talk about Call of Duty 4.
We also take a trip to the Call of Duty booth experience to find out what fans are getting their hands on throughout the show. But first, get out your whipsword. This is Son of Tanjai.
எங்கிருந்தாலும் வருவேன் உயிரோடு மட்டும் இரு
தப்பான இடத்துக்கு வந்துட்டேன் தம்பி.
Are you making a reference, Mr. Z, because of Wolverine? Is that what you made the statement?
எப்படி சாக வேண்டும் வலியில் துடித்தால் வலி இல்லாமலா
What's this? I'm not really too sure if Japanese people like high fives. Jesus. It's about as brutal as Wolverine over here. Oh my God. Just sliced everyone's head off in one swoop.
The tower filled with horrors. Built by memory.
That's what I'm saying, Brain.
Heroes are dead.
I can fucking, that looks way more brutal.
Echoes remain. We are what you carry.
Ghosts of Yote Testosterone Edition.
And what you leave behind.
Well, the interest would be that you're interested in Wolverine. You don't know who that fucking character is. That's why you're not interested.
Some of them are.
Right. Those are actual people. They're not cyborgs. Absolutely, yeah.
Fight to be remembered.
It's like a MOBA now? .3v3 MOBA?
Hi, I'm Min from Bonfire Studios. We're super excited to announce that Archeron is coming to consoles. We've been playtesting as a team for years. We've expanded it into PC, and now we're bringing our playtesting to Xbox. I'm here with Jeremy and Elliot, and we're going to talk to you about how much we love our game and why it's fun and different. So how would you describe Archeron to a friend?
I would describe it as like an isometric, ability-based, competitive PvP game.
Bang.
Use that one.
So
there's more, right?
Yeah.
But if you just kind of get to the core of it, that's how I would describe it.
To someone who's never played the game before, how would we describe our combat?
Yeah, I would say the first thing is if you look at a screenshot or you watch a couple of videos of Arc Run, you would guess how it plays, but you'd probably be wrong. I think the combat in general, it might look like
it's an extraction
ARPG or something else like
isometric
that,
game.
but it plays more like a shooter, which is why it's really perfect for a controller. I think that the combat itself is dynamic. Like game sense really matters. Your combination, rotation of abilities really matter. Your aiming is very important, and then team play is super critical.
I think if players have a foundation in twin stick shooters, I think they're going to feel right at home playing Arc Run on controller. You know, the combat is aim your
You talking about the brutal one that we just saw just
There's
enough?
no aim assist on anything, PC or controller. So accuracy really matters. And because we are an item-based game, there are some items that'll give you like an aerial effect or skill shot ability. So that might remind you more of like a MOBA.
And that's where the magic, I think, unlocks is like when you actually start figuring out the movement, knowing what the items are, and then aiming. And that first time you do that Rinchi cleaver leap, and then you land on a player, it's like magic. So we've got these really cool characters in the game called Eternals. They give you access to these different playstyles. Can you tell us a little bit?
I'm going to pause that for a second. It was called Son of Tangia?
And then aiming, and that first time you do that Rinchi cleaver leap, and then you land on a player, it's like magic. So we've got these really cool characters in the game called Eternals. They give you access to these different playstyles. Can you tell us a little bit about what Eternals actually do in the game?
Yeah, so Eternals were kind of designed to be a synergistic
that
gameplay
action game
scenarios.
is
Because we have a
on
loadout
Game
system,
Pass.
You can pick different items from different Eternals.
Are you asking if this is free to play?
Each item is meant to pair well with the rest of the loadout.
You made a lot of these Eternals. Like, do you have a favorite child?
They're all my favorite. The Eternal that I love playing the most right now probably is Hollow. She's just always been a playstyle that I really liked. Using the wall to separate the enemy, it's super fun. Being able to root somebody with the Sneklin special ability and that be the initiator is awesome. Then you kind of sit back and kind of range people down and support your team a little bit more.
You can start that way, and I would definitely encourage people to start that way if they find something that they like. But man, at least me personally, I love shattered builds. 2-2, give me 2-2 all day. Right. When you start memorizing what set bonuses are, you're like, infinite possibilities.
Yeah. We've got two different ways to play. Can you tell us a little bit about Spires?
Yeah, so Spires is an arena climb game mode, so it's 3v3. You get your items by purchasing
it was Game
them
Pass
before
mode.
you enter a best-of-3 match. And you'll repeat that process. It's a super great way to learn items and get item familiarity and get repetitions with things that resonate with you.
I know, Elliot, you like Spires a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I like both
Well,
game
the problem
modes,
with a game like
for
this, you have
reasons,
to have
but I think
player
Spires
base.
isn't a great way
You have
to
to have
kind of
enough people
warm
that
up
buy
to
it,
even get into
right, to
Ascension.
go up against,
like
'cause you're
Jeremy
only
said, this
going
could
up
be the
against
nice
the
way you
PvP
start,
game.
and then you kind of graduate into that Ascension mode.
I think that's a good segue to jump
So
into
it's like a small
Ascension.
niche
playing Spires,
population.
You're getting the reps, you're mastering combat.
Right.
Now you've learned that, you're jumping into Ascension. What's happening in there?
Yeah, so if Spires is all about player agency and selecting what you want and getting familiar with it and getting reps with the things that you're into, Ascension starts you with nothing. And it's
If you don't
there's
have a player
45 other
base for a
players,
game like
15
this,
teams
you're
of 3.
you're fucking
You all
shit out
start
of
with
luck.
nothing.
You know,
You need to
shit out of
loot
luck.
on each floor, find your items.
You'll play it
build
for a
your
bit when it
loadout,
first comes out, but then
synergize
when
with your team.
people stop playing, you're
And
like,
at some
"Ooh,
point,
you're
the
waiting
beacons will
forever."
call. You're kind of just building tension. Every beacon fight feels like the final fight of another larger scale multiplayer match. The top one has the added tension. And all right, this is for all the marbles.
You make it all the way to the top and you win that one. I just feel like that's just peak Archeron.
Yeah.
It's just how charged you feel when you win 4 fights in a row is just pretty nuts. So we've told you a lot about how fun Ascension is to play. Now we're going to show you the final fight of an Ascension match from our morning playtest.
I don't like a game like this, but it looks good.
I gotta back up.
No blow.
Toker's down.
Got a Pilfer. I'm watching
It's like an isometric Marvel Rivals, right? You're heroes. It's a hero. Or
Where is he?
Overwatch.
Nope. Healing. Oh, I got no heals. Yes. Yes.
Let's go.
Thank you so much for allowing us to share Archeron with you today. The game's coming to Xbox very soon in our cross-platform closed beta. We hope you'll join us there, and if you're interested, go to our website for more information. See you in the tower.
I don't know if it's free to play or not. A lot of betas. A lot of betas and actual releases in September,
to the Call
man.
of Duty
Holy
Modern
Christ.
Warfare 4 booth, where we've got 24 demo stations where players are getting the chance to go experience some thrilling 6v6 multiplayer matches. Weekend 1 of the open beta kicks off tomorrow, so we'll throw it to Benny, who is standing by with the team from an Infinity Ward to tell us all the juicy details.
So, fresh off the early access beta weekend, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is on the minds of
Anybody
many
play
of
the
us
beta?
as one of the biggest games
Besides
of
Kinger?
the
I know
year.
Kinger
And
played it.
here,
Anybody else
what
play
fans can
the
expect
Call of Duty
from
beta?
the upcoming open beta, please welcome Infinity Ward's game technical designer, Jack Hoppus. Welcome.
How's it going? Good to see you, Benny.
How's your Gamescom been going so far?
Dude, it's incredible. The booths are insane. It's sick to see players playing Modern Warfare here. It's been a great time so far.
Yeah, and I want to start off because I know Infinity Ward really find community feedback important. You've been really working on doing that in communication, that you did a tweet earlier today as well. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately throughout both weekends of this open beta, what we're looking to do is find the most feedback and, seeing what are pain points with players, but also what they're really resonating with. So we're doing a bunch of
Is it better than it was
changes,
last
fixing
year,
bugs,
Argus?
finding these pain points, these adjustments that we could be doing, and fixing them within beta weekend 1, but we also have a huge amount of changes for beta weekend 2.
When does
We're
this
looking
game
at
come out,
touching everything
October?
From aim assist to movement to
Yeah.
weapon
They
balancing.
pushed it into October,
to
right?
spawns as well. We'll have a full list out at a later time, but we're really looking to hammer down these things for beta weekend 2 and ultimately up through launch. But it's been great. It's been exciting for us to hop in alongside the
better
players.
than last year?
Hop in kill block with them. We've got a lot of stuff for beta weekend 2 in terms of new content, resurgence as well. There's going to be a huge amount of stuff for players to get into.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We'll get into a bit of this throughout this conversation as well. And yeah, make
My
sure
problem
to keep
Call of Duty,
sending your
it's
feedback,
a
because I know
solo
Infinity
run.
Ward have been loving
It's a
getting
solo
that
game.
from players. But what surprised you about the beta from the closed weekend?
I mean, a lot of stuff, right? We got a lot of great feedback. I think what surprised us was, so we were doing COD Next, right?
Yeah.
We were about to get on stage at COD Next, and I hear in my ear, they're like, the first nuke has been achieved. Like,
I know.
they already got nuke in the beta.
Cammy got it.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I was like, it's so sick. I saw the clip. It was incredible. Also seeing players really hop into the mobility course has been super sick. We tried out a lot of different routes internally at the studio. We really hammered down on the mobility course as a way to test our new movement changes. And, devs were staying up late. They were screen recording their screens and, going back frame through frame on how they could best optimize
now you can
it.
do
And we thought we had a
Mirror's
pretty
Edge.
good time, a pretty good route. And when the beta launched, we saw some of the routes that these players were taking and competing with each other. And it was incredible to see. It was... we watched back through some of the routes themselves, and what was interesting is the routes themselves weren't super different than what we were internally doing at the studio, but the adjustments and the, reloading, you're like, I already have to go down this ladder, let me reload while I'm falling, and then do a roll at the very end, or, go through this section a little bit quicker by some clever jumps and some clever mantles was super surprising and fun for us to see in the beta. So it's been really fun seeing it online.
Yeah, I was obsessed. I was trying to even knife switching, just make sure your melee is out, shaving every little thing of the
That's a separate game mode right there.
Oof.
I felt like throwing you under a buzz. I was like, fastest time.
I think we got in the low 40 seconds, I want to say, but we've been seeing sometimes online that
it's
we're like,
insane.
how are you doing that? It's insane.
Now, we've obviously got the open beta just around the corner.
Yep.
What can fans expect from that? What new features and modes are players going to get?
A lot. So you're going to be able to play Resurgence for the first time in the beta. So it's been great. You'll be able
It's an exhausting game to play. Less movement capability,
this is
but
something that we have designed in partnership with
microscopic,
Beanox, and we've been playtesting a bunch.
microscopic maps,
We're super
low
excited
time to
get
kill,
a bunch of
awful
early
spawns, make a
Warzone
TikTok of
Resurgence
FPS
feedback.
games right now.
We've been having a great time on this. Oh yeah.
Execution.
I know when I don't like a game, I don't like a game.
It looks rad,
right? Like I like War Dogs. I love playing War Dogs. That's my my speed of game, right? I don't hate Call of Duty because I don't like Call of Duty.
Which is
I
kind
don't
of this
like
attack
what the
and
game
defend,
is.
tug of war style mode.
I used to love
where
it.
You're fighting over this data
I
spike
used to love
in
it.
the middle of the map.
Played every single one
trying
up
to
until
plant on the
2009,
enemy
and then I
comm
just stopped
station
caring because
and gain
to
points
me
for
it's
your
the same
team.
shit.
We're super stoked with this. We built it with a competitive focus in mind. It's been getting sweaty at the studio. We're excited for players to get their hands on it.
Yeah, I've been in those like studio plays.
I just don't like that it's not team-oriented.
Shouting at each other from across
Which
the
is
room.
fine. Not all games need to be team-oriented. I just don't like it.
He just like threw it into someone, like almost like a throwing knife as well.
Yeah, so you wield the spike. It actually takes up the spot of your lethal equipment, and you could either throw it onto the tower, the comms tower like you see right here, or you can walk it in. And if you're really in a pinch and you just need to get someone right away, you can throw it as a lethal, almost like a throwing knife, and bonk it off of them.
I can also see people throwing it across to each other's teammates, a bit like kind of like American football.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw in the clip maybe for a second there, you can
I
actually
played
shoot
a
it out of the
crap
air
ton
as
of
well.
Call of Duty back
so
in the
if
day.
you're really clever and really quick on the sticks, you can actually snipe it out and block, playing almost defense for your team.
Oh, that's class. Another big thing that's changed gameplay with Modern Warfare 4, something new that we've seen, is Apex attachments.
Yep.
Can we talk a little bit more about those?
Yep. So Apex attachments are the final unlock in your weapon progression journey, and these completely change the way that the gun plays. So here you can see for the ISO, it's got these laser-tipped, or like kind of these RFID chips inside of the ammo that once you shoot a target, you can locate them through walls. Here you see the harpoon for one of our
definitely has a lot of sweats in the beta, and yeah, it's smaller maps.
What we got here.
Fast TTK, fast
M4 Hurricane,
respawns.
right?
Kindred says the gunplay is actually pretty good in my opinion. It's just a shame it's being used as such a mosh pit of Sweatfest. If they made some large map for more team-oriented game modes,
these are the throwing
it
knives
could be
on
really
the side
good.
of the Oris.
Yeah, but that's just
so if you're
that's
in
not
a
what it
pinch
is.
or you're in these kind of close quarters combat, you can use these as a quick maneuver.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier today.
We've got a bunch of really sick Apex attachments to show off. And you want to know a little hack?
Yeah,
I'll show you a little hack.
I always love hacks.
Also, these are sick. Hack is you could actually, if you're playing gunfight, a bunch of our loadouts include the Apex attachments for the weapons. So if you want to sneak peek of them, just queue up some gunfight and you'll be able to play.
Give them a little go. Give them a go
before reaching the max level.
Yeah,
so.
that's the hard thing, because like working way through, and like I really liked one of the features when you rank up weapons in multiplayer that some of the attachments will also unlock on the other guns.
Yep.
Why is he shooting at their feet?
So we really wanted to streamline the weapon progression journey this time around and have it be incredibly satisfying where, hey, I already unlocked this attachment on my M4, and I'm loving
the game came out today?
Up a different rifle.
Yeah.
Why do I need to unlock it again? We're just going to let you skip that level and go right on to the next one. Making,
that guy carrying an axe. I'm sorry.
I
gotta rewind for a second.
Unlock a bunch of attachments.
I'm sorry. I gotta rewind for a second. Is that dude carrying an axe?
Up a different rifle.
Yeah.
Why do I need to unlock it again? We're just going to let you.
It's got to be a fake axe, right? I would assume it's a foam axe.
Making
Can't just be walking around a convention with a fucking axe, can you?
Having the most fluid, grounded experience that you can in a Call of Duty game. With this means that we never want you to feel like you're stuck in an animation or you can't do something. We never want the game to tell you no, right?
Yeah.
So you could see this in moments like our new mantling system. Previously, mantling used to kind of be this animation where you felt like you were lumbering over a surface. And now, you can mantle into a slide. You can mantle ADS.
So
you can actually
we played DMZ, I want to say,
you see something and you want to bail
back in
out of it early.
2023.
So our philosophy with multiplayer this time
we played that zone.
is to
We
give you
played the
most
beta
freedom
when it
that we
came
ever
out.
have, and have it be the most fluid.
It was okay, but it wanted to make me play
and a lot of that comes
Battlefield.
with feedback from the community.
And then I played
right?
Battlefield, and Battlefield sucked, and made me want to go play a different Battlefield.
The beta last weekend and the open beta this weekend is to really see what players love and what we can really polish upon for launch. So that's really been our guiding light, is following what we find to be is true and listening to the community as well.
Yeah, I think it goes back, like the community sending feedback, kind of making those changes, and also getting in the mobility course so you can like perfect that movement. It really does help.
Yeah. We built it as a way for ourselves to test the movement, but we were having so much fun with it that we wanted to get it in the players' hands.
It's such a fun thing to do because you like try to shave all those times off. But talking about the fun things to do, there's some players don't want to always play a competitive mode. What other fun stuff do we have coming for Modern Warfare 4?
Yeah, I mean, in the second weekend of the beta as well, we have our new ground war experience. This time it's called Combat Outpost, where you're fighting over these 3 key buildings in 2 POIs in Hajin, which is our big map where DMZ will take place.
How big?
And you're fighting over these big outposts, and every time, the more time you stay on the point, the stronger that your outpost is going to be. You're going to reinforce it, and eventually it's going to start off with these UAV radars, and then it's going to be airdropping in kill streaks for your team. And then if you progress long enough, you're actually going to get tanks so you can push into the enemy territory and gather more outposts for your team. This is super fun. It's this large-scale vehicular combat They're going to be playing it on 2 POIs in the beta. It's Imgen
This could be
Farmland
fun.
and Wolves Stadium.
If it's
Both
team
of these
oriented.
are going to offer a new variety of gameplay to play on. It's super fun. You're fighting in these big open areas. You can see our kill streaks come in, have these big air shows combined with this vehicular combat, but also kind of, you know, in part with our close quarters combat while you're actually taking
That's not very big.
Yeah, you can see
That's
here
not
some
a big
of our
map.
kill streaks being called in. This has been a lot of fun. It's played on this large scale combat. It's been a great
Your map
experience.
is like
It's
the size
also
of what
the map
Battlefield
looks
has right
amazing.
now.
It's like,
That is
of
not
course,
big.
Super excited for the big map experience later on, and just this is the first opportunity people are going to have with that map with Hajin. So
Are
it's
people
great to
allergic
see.
to big maps?
Also, spawns.
Yeah.
I really want to touch on this because it's such an important part of Call of Duty and like your playing experience.
Yep.
Can you tell us the approach for that with Modern Warfare 4?
I mean, we've gotten a great amount of feedback from the beta, and it's clear that some of our spawns need tuning. So this varies from mode to mode. But what I can say
all your
is
spawns
that
in all
we've been
Call
in
of
there
Duty
with you
games
guys
need help.
In the beta, we are looking at more than just the data. We're looking at the feedback. We're playtesting a bunch of the studio right now, and we've got fixes incoming for spawns, and it's definitely something at the very top of our priority list to work alongside the players, to feel it with you guys, be in the playtests. And it's something that I can tell you right now, we're definitely working as we speak at the studio to make sure that this is perfect, not only for beta weekend 2, but for launch as well. It's definitely something that we are going to continue to work on.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And like, I know you guys play an absolute ton. Like you were saying, we were chatting earlier, you've like played over 16 hours in a day already.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm super excited. I just want to say a big thank you because obviously Modern Warfare 4 here has been making a huge splash.
Yeah, it's great.
Like you can see all the fans like queuing up, playing, getting the experience, and seeing what we have on offer. What's one thing as well that you're most excited about with Beta Weekend 2 coming up for players?
We got fun new maps coming in. We got Lithium, which is a new 6v6 map, which I love.
They see people spamming shipment in Nuketown for Weapon XP.
You know,
I assume that means that everyone wants tiny maps all the time. Data over fun.
Players will get to play the
fucking crazy.
campaign again as well. That mission is incredible. It really
Come on,
sets
Sam.
the tone for the story and the cast of characters that we really want to show
Thanks
off.
for joining us on your day
and
off.
honestly, just hopping in alongside with you guys. It's going to be, you know, we at the studio, we're hearing this feedback. We're gathering it all, but we're also playing alongside you guys, which has been great.
Yeah, I'm just determined to try and get.
I think they're allergic to big maps because it takes time to make the maps. I truly believe that.
During COD Next,
Hence why Battlefield has given the opportunity to give the players to build the maps themselves.
Get that nuke.
I don't know, just be coordinated. Don't play too risky, you know, if you want to get that nuke. But I mean, we saw it at COD Next.
I don't know anything about this guy. I'm not making fun of him in any way, shape, or form. This guy can't be over 25 years old.
He's going to be available with the Beta Weekend 2. That might help with the UAVs, so I'm excited.
Yeah, they're going to reach 10 new levels.
He's one of the leads.
Level up to level 30. New perks, new field upgrades, new equipment, new kill streaks, new stuff for player progression. So hit that level 30 as well, and there's a lot of fun stuff for you to play.
There's so much. You've got multiplayer, resurgence. You've got the big map,
kill block, single
big
player.
Map. I love that they keep saying big map.
Yep. It's got to be the biggest beta ever. But Jack, honestly, thank you so much for coming and talking to us. Like, I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited for the weekend. And yeah, make sure you get involved as well. But yeah, thank you so much, Jack.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, today we've seen the future of gaming, from horror to racing, from sims to first-person shooters, and everything in between. And there is a ton to look forward to, including more than 15 titles available on Xbox Game Pass. Plus, with the biggest games coming to Xbox, like Minecraft Dungeons 2, Gears of War E-Day, EA Sports FC 27,
There's
NBA
no way he's 40.
27, Fable, Call
no
of Duty
fucking
Modern Warfare
way.
4,
Man's not even
Grand Theft Auto
the
6.
most I'll give him is
No matter
27.
where or how you game, the best place to play is on Xbox. Now to a psychological survival horror game with a unique retro look and feel. Fight and survive against the ominous presence.
And the reason I say that
this 90s
is that if he went to
town.
school for his
This
stuff, he graduated
is
and stuff like that, he's like 3-4 years in the
Wczoraj
business.
przyszedł faks. To jest głębsze niż ubojnia. Większe niż nowa trójca. Znów mu odjebało. Ktoś tu jest? Halo?
W trójcy jedyny na przebłaganie.
Oh, I got you, Jesse. I missed that when you said it.
Potem zaczęły się schody. Znaleźć Bartka i przekonać go, żeby porzucił swoje śledztwo.
This is Project Zomboid 8-bit, 8-bit, 16-bit.
Musisz się z nim zobaczyć?
There is a new game like Project Zomboid.
To, czego potrzebujemy i to, czego chcemy, to dwie różne rzeczy. Może chcesz go zobaczyć, ale tak naprawdę potrzebujesz, żeby zniknął.
Let me tell you, London.
Hello guys.
London's
Today,
in trouble a lot
I'm excited to share
in
a
video
closer
games.
look at Tides of Annihilation through our first hands-on demo and story trailer at Gamescom. At the heart of Tides of Annihilation is our dual frontline battle system. Gwen does not fight alone. She can call on different knights, each with their own fighting style and role. In our first hands-on demo, players can try 5 knights in 8 different combinations. Each setup pairs a main knight with a sub-knight, and different pairings change how you fight.
That's interesting.
Try this.
For example, Palamedes focuses on powerful charge attacks, while Kay, the Time Knight, can freeze enemies and control the pace of the battle. Together, they create a simple flow, freezing an enemy, creating an opening, then land a heavy strike. Other pairings
So when do I
offer
press
longer
X,
combos,
put the controller
more
down?
mobility, more control, or bigger burst damage. Our goal is to let players find the combinations that fits them best.
Try this. Gabby.
Beyond combat, knights also play an important role in exploration.
Mo says you don't.
We wanted them to be helpful on Gwen's journey, not just tools you bring into a fight. For example, the archer can use a charge shot to break obstacles, ignite certain targets, and even create road paths in the air, helping Gwen reach places she otherwise could not.
But she's so petite, she can't move the box herself, so she's got to have a strong
These abilities
strong
makes
knight to help her.
exploration feel more active, while staying true to what makes each knight unique. And as players progress through the full game, they will discover more knights and more ways to use their abilities, with each one bringing something new to both combat and exploration. While the knights are a big part of Tides of Annihilation, Gwen is still at the heart of the story. Our latest story trailer at Opening Night Live shows an earlier side of her, before she becomes the fighter players meet in the game. At this point, Gwen has just been separated from her sister and thrown into a world consumed
You gotta
by
look
the
smoking
fire.
hot to slay,
She's
you know
not
what I
trying
mean?
to save the world, she just wants to survive and find her sister.
Can't just slay people without having fucking
That changes
awesome
when
looking
Guinevere tells her
heels
that
on.
she carries the power of King Arthur and may be able to command both the fog and the knights.
But if you wish to reclaim London,
Cool sword.
you must harness the fog.
Got her panties on her head.
Her words, "Teach me," mark the moment she decided to step forward. By the time players meet Gwen, she is already stronger and more determined, but her journey is only beginning. For our Gamescom demo, we wanted to show how modern London and the world of Avalon can exist.
That's been like that for a couple
side by
years now,
side. The
Dupless.
Great Russell Museum
There's a
is a good
ton of
example.
Dark Souls
We
type of
start with
games.
a place that feels real and familiar, and then slowly bring fantasy
But that's
into
what
it.
happens, though. When you have a game that's successful, other people try to copy it, but at least try to make it their own. Maybe it's a new style to have your panties on your head. Maybe.
As players move through the museum, they begin to see that change. Vines grow through the building, broken knight's armor fills the halls, and the world of myths starts to take over. We also expanded areas like the Chinese, Egyptian, and Japanese galleries, while keeping the identity of each space. Later, places like the Book of the Dead, Folded Realm, and Reflection,
Are these like
the
boss
Great
fights?
Water Museum takes player much further into the fantasy side of the world. What ties it all together is what we call apocalyptic romance. A world where murder,
You know, I'm not
meets
hesitant on the
ancient
game.
legend, and where
It's an
destruction
EA
can
game.
still feel beautiful
There's no
and
hesitance.
full of wonder. Gwen's journey is only beginning. We can't wait for you. our
You're
players,
mistaking
to
why I'm not
experience
getting the
it.
game because
So I
you
will
think
say,
I
see
don't
you
want the
at
game because of the
tides.
game. No, I'm not getting the game because it's EA.
What's this do? No, because it blows up, not the tower.
I'm waiting to see what EA does with the EA game.
What did you do?
Wait, I didn't know that.
All right, this is a perfect opportunity for me to go get some more water. I'll be right back.
Okay, battery is off. Should we put the big things on first and make it easily climbable? You are? There is also a hover pack over here.
I would like one of those.
This is insane teamwork. Good, isn't it?
Later, guys. If that reaches 0, it collapses.
I can't roll. You just threw that!
My head.
Oh no, I got benched!
Caravan, anyone?
No, let go.
One car, please. Ah! I want a bat, but not like as hot as. Ah!
It bounced back.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, back in time.
Hello! Guys, we built a tower. Oh no! No, 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 no! Move on over, Aladdin. Ah! No, Aladdin! Bit all that, innit?
There are so many incredible games on the horizon, and with so many titles coming to Xbox Game Pass, it's only fitting to bring fans into the world of Game Pass with an interactive quest and one giant green button. The big green button here transforms the Xbox booth into an interactive quest, powered by Xbox Game Pass. Attendees collect digital stamps by playing games, taking part in activities, and exploring partner activities around Gamescom. New this year, achievements unlock additional opportunities to win prizes, including Xbox collectibles, Game Pass swag, and partner rewards. The experience celebrates discovery, play, and of course, the Xbox community. Of the many, many prizes that lucky fans can win include LG TVs, GeForce RTX 5080 GPUs, and this SteelSeries Arctis Nova 5X wireless headset. So let's see who's up. Have you got your code ready, Scan? Let's see what happens. Well done, you. Did you have fun on your quest?
What I miss?
Ooh, here's all the things we could be looking at as well. Loading on your quest. And when it lights up, hit that button. Beautiful. Way! A charge kit for the Series A.
They're almost done taking the tree down.
Oh, look at that.
They're out front right now taking care of the whole thing. It's almost completely gone.
Well done, you. Bye.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's cute. Aside from winning prizes, fans here have access to tons of demo stations at the booth, getting their hands on latest titles from
What's your guys'
studios
favorite
all
M&M?
across the globe, including
Fucking
Turok
peanut M&Ms
Origins,
to me,
with more
the
on the
greatest.
latest from the franchise. Let's throw it over to Charlie and Henry.
That's right, Bex,
I love
because one of
peanut M&Ms.
gaming's most iconic dinosaur adventures is evolving for its new generation.
Absolutely, and here to talk Turok Origins with us is Game Director Jesus Iglesias and Chief Creative Officer Tim Willis with a look at new gameplay, new abilities, and the next chapter in this legendary
These guys been gaming for some time.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us. Welcome to Gamescom. Have you had a good week so far?
Yeah, it's been awesome.
We're excited.
Excellent. Now, Turok's a very exciting franchise, so I have to ask, have you brought us something fun to watch today?
Yes, we've brought you brand new footage of Turok Origins, our new brand new game in this legendary franchise set in the canon and timeline of all the original games.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to get a look at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
amazing.
peanut butter
Let's
ones?
get this rolling.
I can't
I'm
get
gonna
into
hear
them.
all about it. I'm going to kick
I
things
love
off
Reese's
by telling
Pieces.
you right now, Tim.
And I love Reese's
I do
peanut
have
butter
a fear
cups.
Of dinosaurs, so if I hide
But I
at any
can't get into
point
the M&M
during
Reese's,
this,
like M&M
I'm
peanut.
sure I'll be fine.
Or,
You've done it's pretty
peanut
nice
butter.
cuddly dinosaurs you've done, right? Yeah.
They're not very cuddly, are they?
A kissing dinosaurs game.
Okay, nice. Wow, it's not like a Turok I remember. I'll tell you that much for sure. Looking very modern, but I did see immediately at the start you swapped from first person to third person and back.
Peanut M&Ms, I ate so
This is
much of
something
it.
that we want
I had
to
an
introduce in the-
allergic
in the
reaction
game.
to it.
We know that the game is a
And I don't have any
first-person
allergies to
shooter
peanuts.
originally, but a lot
Interesting.
of people like to play in third person, view and see his own character. Our characters are amazing; they look amazing, and so we wanted to show the people their characters if they wanted to play on third person.
Yeah.
But the
This
thing
is
is that
good.
you can swap between first
Swap
and
between third
immediately as you play
and first.
just pushing a button.
You swap
at any
soldiers.
moment.
Amazing.
Swap
There you go.
shoulders.
And the best thing about moving between those as well is it's worth noting that these weapons look absolutely.
I like that. I think most games should do that.
What weapons are we going to have in our
You want to play
arsenal?
first person, play first person. You want to play third person, play third person.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, that's a fan favorite.
Oh, I know that one.
That's a fan
Oh,
favorite.
yeah.
We are
You had one of them done the other day, didn't you?
Shut up, Henry. What other weapons? Are there any other iconic
We are
ones?
bringing back a lot of weapons from the classics. I mean, Cerebral Bore is one, but we also have the
I can't do
fusion
Skittles
cannon
anymore.
that the fans will
For years, I couldn't do
recognize.
Skittles.
And,
Scorpion?
The Scorpion missile
Oh.
launcher,
Beautiful.
Mag 60, a lot of weapons from the past.
Cool.
Amazing.
But we also include new weapons. And
That
Something
was
looks off
absolutely
about this.
minging, by the way.
You know what I mean? Yes, Turok.
That was one of our the finishers. The team
Okay.
has created.
All right, I'm gonna say
like,
something.
So many finishers.
And I
you can just
understand
rip
that Turok
guts
came
out,
before
pound the dinosaurs, the
Avatar,
enemies. It's awesome.
But
See, don't be so scared.
I
Maybe
dabbled
I'll
in
get over
Avatar a
my
little
fear.
bit
You
because it
get
was
your
on Game Pass.
revenge
I just need to
The last
murder
Avatar
more
game.
of them, and then I'm there.
This is
Fancy
reminding me of
that.
Avatar.
Before that finisher, I
And not
also
a
saw
Turok.
the,
You know-
the
you know what I
player
mean?
character kind of like
Obviously,
went like this, and a
the
bunch of
worlds look
spikes
completely
came
different.
out. So,
yeah.
But
what's
the way
going on there?
the way
Those
it
are the
feels,
ecosystems,
I feel like
this is
Avatar
something that, I mean, every
is doing it
character
better.
Features a bio suit that allows him to extract resources from the environment.
Which recently
and
just
then
made third person,
synthesize
first person,
in
right?
abilities that you can use at any time.
Cool.
That's cool.
See, okay.
Yeah, it really adds a different dynamic to the
Yeah.
combat. It's not just guns and melee. You have all these cool abilities.
Nice.
Oh, fascinating. And are there anything else aside from dinosaurs that we're going to be fighting?
Of course, not only dinosaurs, but something that is more terrifying, that are modified dinosaurs.
Oh, worse
Oh.
dinosaurs.
Yes.
Okay, maybe you should
I'm
stay
not
More
scared.
dinosaurs
Back out
with
again.
modifications on them.
Dinosaurs with rocket launchers
Oh, for God's
attached to the
sake.
backs.
What's wrong with you two?
You see what I'm saying? Something seems off about
the
it.
The Xenias that are our enemies.
Oh, I see. Okay.
These guys.
Those guys.
Oh,
These
okay,
guys.
right. Good to put a name to a face. They don't look good.
No.
That
They also
sounds good.
they have their weapons, but they also transform certain dinosaurs to damage.
Is he gonna shoot it?
Oh,
He didn't take one shot at
Okay.
it. He didn't take one
That's
bullet.
That was a cool
I
attack.
like
That was
that.
one of the echoes.
There he goes. I took a
nice,
shot at him.
nice. I also saw before we dropped into this area, there were like these bulbs.
Fucking
like
now and laters.
bombs
I haven't had a
that
now and
you could
later.
destroy, and
Jesus,
it kind
gotta
of
be 20
opened
years.
up the environment. So, did your team kind of work both the combat and the environment together to make a whole experience?
Yes, I mean, as you see, there are plants in different colors. Those plants you extract the DNA, and with that you can get
And I'm not giving
resources
shit to
like
Turok
shield,
here.
Yep.
ammo,
It's
or
just not.
also resources to improve
It
your
just
gear
looks-
as you progress.
I
in
hate to use the
progression
word.
system.
Cool.
I hate to
We
use the
have a
word.
lot of
It looks
weapons, but
generic.
we have like 250 modifiers
Wow.
for those
Take
weapons.
fives? Yeah, I remember take five.
That can drastically improve or change the behavior of your weapons.
I like the idea of you guys having like a whiteboard in the office and just coming up with
I don't
really
think it's
weird
Turok's
ways
fault
to
either.
modify weapons. They go, oh,
I don't think
Tim,
it's their
I've got a good
fault.
one today.
I
It's a
just
rocket
think that
launcher with another rocket launcher
Other
on.
games
No,
that
no,
have come out in the
doesn't matter.
past have done a better job of what they're trying to do right now.
There you go.
Yep,
Just
that's
does
how it
something
works.
stupid. There you go. Perfect. I can work.
Oh, that's a cool finisher.
Also,
that's
finishers, which is a very important part of the game.
Yeah.
The original games, they were really gory, but we have gone a step forward, and we have introduced like 200 unique finishers.
No.
That you can,
200.
You can perform with different melee weapons like this that you see right now.
That's sick. I've also seen that the
Saltwater
Xenia as
taffy.
well. There are
We go to places to get saltwater taffy a lot.
different kind of, I suppose, enemy types for them as well, because some of them have like
much more
guns.
tactical. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which adds a really good dynamic. You
Yeah.
have these crazy dinosaurs. Yeah, but then you also have the Xenia that can dodge and cover and flank you. So it adds a much more dynamic to the combat.
Nice.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Very nice.
And I've got to ask, what are
That guy
primal forms as well? When
is
it comes
running
to
like the
Torok Origins?
Flash.
What do they do?
How are people going to fight him?
The classes.
Okay.
The Flash
What
is
you
too flashy.
Typically identify as a class, but in this game they are connected with the Native American culture, which is very important on the lore of the franchise. So every class corresponds with an animal: raven, cougar, and bison. And each one has different abilities, of course. And
Do you have a preference, Jesus? Which one would you be?
I'm very aggressive cougar, which is the specialist
He
on,
is
on
definitely
weapons.
a cougar. That's true.
Yes. Yes.
Tim, are you a cougar as well?
No, I'm more of a raven guy.
Yeah.
I'm small.
Nice. Okay, lovely. No further questions, Your Honor. Absolutely dug me that as.
Grow up, you
Honest to
panelists.
God.
Okay, what's going
Yeah,
on
what's
here?
this?
You said cougar.
Can I just say also, the game looks beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah.
love the foliage, the density. It looks so cool.
What this guy got was what we call the essence of his class. That is kind of
Yeah,
ultimate
it just
ability.
looks generic.
That is also related to the class.
Cool.
This doesn't
Yes,
excite
which
me at
happens,
all.
So one of your
But
early
I'm not-
missions
maybe I'm not the-
is you
the
have to
clientele
prove
they're
that
going
you're-
for, so-
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Rockstar live.
That's the best.
Yes.
Yes. So one of the earlier missions, you have to prove that you're a true Turok warrior. That you and then you can pick, your spirit and your class.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Henry.
Oh, yeah. Here it comes. Okay, but that's not a normal dinosaur.
No,
That's,
I mean, that looks cool.
That's got a lot of extra accessories going on. What's the story with that?
That's one of those that I told you, the Xenia's modified.
Okay.
So this is the boss for the end of this mission.
Okay.
And it's a very powerful one. It's the first one that you are going to encounter among many others in all the missions.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of abilities.
Supposedly,
They have
Destiny
different phases
is
that you have
returning?
to
What do you mean?
pass to defeat the final boss.
So just to confirm, there are loads of other bosses coming
Yes.
up. Different
I
variants.
have not, Mr. Luke.
And mini bosses.
I really
This is,
don't have any interest
let's
in
say,
it,
one
but
of the biggest.
Oh,
We
okay.
have- We have mini bosses and we have medium bosses.
Okay. Hopefully they don't get much bigger than
Yeah,
that for
I'll
your
find
sake.
like a Goldilocks situation of which mini boss I'm comfortable with.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe you and I mean, I'm guessing there's multiplayer as well, of course. So maybe Charlie and I can help each other out.
Yeah.
Get her over her fear of dinosaurs, right?
I'll look at all the plants and
Yep.
you shoot all the dinosaurs.
So one of the great things that the team has done with Turok is you can play it solo, offline, by yourself. If you're like me, you have no friends, you can play by
no,
yourself.
Tim might play with you.
Hey.
Come
But
on now.
if you're like Jesus and you have some friends, you can play with one friend, with two friends. It's the same game, and but we just want to give players that option.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and I
that's
think
great.
people are going to have options.
Yeah, but it's
for
different
plenty
back
of friends,
then,
because I know there
Travis.
are some really long
It's different back then
the Turok franchise,
because
so
we didn't have the
what can
games like we
fans
have
of the
today.
originals expect when
So
it
you have
comes
to up the bar,
nostalgic
you have to up the
moments?
ante and
One of
stuff
the
like
things
that.
we
Now
have
they've done it
talking about
graphically,
playing solo and
but
playing co-op
it
is
just
that
looks generic amongst
the
other games. Like I'm saying, like this
loyal to the original
Avatar
games.
did better.
When you play solo, you play a campaign.
I haven't even played that
solo
much of
mode. You
Avatar.
don't play with
Just from what I
bots.
played in Avatar compared to what I
And when
see
you
right
play
there
co-op,
is already
you play with
Avatar's
friends.
better.
But the experiences are different. Each one has been tailored to be perfect on his own.
Yes, that's important to say. Yes.
Yeah,
Well done,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I
So
love
the
that.
so some of the things that we mentioned earlier that original Turok fans will enjoy is like weapons, like the cerebral bore, and there's some other, I don't want to give it away, but some other Easter eggs and some other fun connections to the lore for the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay then. Well, I think.
And
oh, go on.
an important thing is that you can play solo offline, disconnected.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Love
So when the
that.
Wi-Fi goes down in my house,
Yeah.
I'm good. I got Turok. I'm
Still
good.
going.
Yeah.
Absolutely no problems. Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you,
This has
guys.
been a fascinating week, and I know it's a really, really busy Gamescom for you. So thank you for spending some time with us.
Yes, thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Right, well, you can wish list Turok Origins now, and if you're here at Gamescom, swing by
Yeah,
the
but
Xbox booth for
again,
a chance to
what I
play
just
the game.
said,
But up next, we're
Avatar
jumping into
did a
the fantasy
download
sandbox
or
that
update
is
where you can be
Albion
first
Online.
person, third
The newest
person.
expansion is upon us, and we're
In
celebrating
Turok, you can do
with a
first
cheeky little
person, third
walkthrough of new
person.
gameplay.
The
Henry,
world in
does it look?
Avatar looks better than the world in Turok. Okay? Like, it's just the timing. Okay? There's games that have come out ahead of time that have already done what Turok is doing, and Turok now just looks generic. First of all, it's been gone for so many fucking years.
But with a party
And
of
now
up to 20
you're bringing it out in a
players,
time where there's
you will
been
find
better
yourself
games than what
on
you're
one of
putting
many
out.
islands scattered on the outskirts of the map. The goal? Fight your way to the bosses in the middle, guarding valuable loot. The islands are interconnected through ley lines, to activate which, you will need a keystone. Your party makes quick work of the keepers guarding it. Now you can progress further inward. But be careful. There will be other players.
Yeah, if you're
who
going to
will be
release a
matched to
game,
compete for
you
the
got to
very
have
same
people that are
treasure.
interested in it. Your game looks
Pay
generic.
attention to the ley lines opening in order to anticipate
Am I saying
the
it's bad?
movement of
No,
your
I'm saying
opponents.
it's generic looking. And if someone
Even
thinks a
if
game
some
is
of your
generic
team get
looking,
knocked down, unlike other areas,
it doesn't
they
sell.
can't be
Because people look at it and go,
executed
I
immediately.
played that before.
Even
Or
one
there's another
last
game I'm
remaining
interested
player
in.
can revive the group. And so, the adventure
No, this is not Friend Stop. This is Albion Online. This is a very
the final
popular
challenge
MMO.
of this map, a ferocious Drake. The fight wasn't easy, but the rewards are worth it. Among the regular loot, you can also find a new kind of map.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday.
Activating
Feels good.
which will lead your party of 20 players into an entirely new raid dungeon. Battling numerous Keeper and Ashborn enemies, and finally, make it into the lair. Here, the biggest and most difficult PvE challenge in Albion awaits your group.
This is a very, very popular MMO.
Will you make it
With the player
past fire
economy.
and brimstone to secure the ultimate reward?
The whole thing is based around
Back in May, we gave you an in-depth look at the world,
the economy and people
characters,
taking
the
over land
story
and
of
stuff
this
like
very
that.
next title. Stranger Than Heaven is a brand new action-adventure game coming January 15th, 2027 from RGG Studio, who are renowned for their ability to craft deeply human stories with thrilling action and some pretty juicy combat. A big thank you, though, to producer Hiroyuki Sakamoto and interpreter Mai
Yeah, No Law looks
who are
pretty good.
joining me for a live gameplay presentation, but also to tell us all about this very ambitious title. First, though, Sakamoto-san, can you give us an overview of Stranger Than Heaven?
では続いてはストレンジャーザンハブのライムゲームプレイです。
I mean,
本作はスリリ
there's
ング
been
なアク
rumors
シ
for
ョ
a
ンと
couple
コ
of
ンバ
years
ット、
now
そして人間
that
ドラマを
WoW
描くことで
is
知
gonna
ら
make its way
れ
to
る
console.
RGG スタジオが送る完全新作のアクションアドベンチャーゲームです。リリースは2027年1月
But maybe the
15
console has to
日の予
catch
定
up
です。
to
本日は本作
the
につい
PC,
て
right?
語って
Maybe
い
the
ただ
next
くために
Xbox you're going to be able to
プロデューサー
play
の坂本博之さんと通訳の嵐
WoW
舞さ
on
んに
it
お越しいただき
because
ま
it's
し
going to be a
た。
PC.
まずは坂本さん、ゲームの概要を教えていただけますか？
はい、ストレンジャーザンヘブンは、日本人とアメリカ人の、血を引く大東誠という男の物語になっています。で、1900年初頭のですね、アメリカで、差別を受けてですね、身寄りのない大東誠が日本に
Well,
渡
yeah,
って、
Dune's got. I think a Dune would have a better story than
新た
Dragon
な
Wilds.
居場所を求めて、旅するところからこの
Dune's
物語
story is
が動
intriguing.
き始めます。で、やっぱりこういろんな差別を受けて日本にやってきたものの、やっぱすごくそこでも生きていくことがすごい苦しい、環境の中、それでもこうがむしゃらに生きていって、いろんなこの大東誠が持つこの歌を使ったこう興行師としての才能だったりとか、そういった部分がこう積み重なってですね、約50年にわたるこの人生を描いたゲームがこのストレンジャーザンヘブンになります。
Thank you. Stranger Than Heaven follows the story of the
Hey, look.
protagonist Makoto Daito.
The translator is an
He's
actual
outcast of
Japanese woman.
mixed origins of Japanese and
That speaks English.
American
Imagine that.
origins, and he's faced with discrimination in the early 1900s US. He has no family to rely on, and he flees to Japan because he hopes to find a place
Yeah,
to belong
the ascent
there
was
in
awesome.
Japan. but he finds himself having to use extreme violence to survive. And on the other hand, he discovers his musical talent to thrive. And you will be able to show this aspect of the show as well. And his whole life spanning across 5.
Is she translating or is she just reading off the paper?
Of Japanese history between 1915 and 1965.
Wow, it sounds like a really quite enthralling and captivating story to be able to play through. And many of RGG's previous titles are quite known for showing depictions.
They just ask a question, he says the answer, and then she just reads off the card. That's not translated. That's already written for her.
An era like 1915 and other mid-century eras. How did that influence as well the combat design of Stranger Than Heaven?
すごく面白いセッティングですね。RGG スタジオの過去作が現代をとてもリアルに描くことでも有名ですけれども、今回は1915年という歴史を遡って
She could literally give him the answer right now because it's already written down for her.
過去に連れていくという体験がされましたけれども、これはコンバットデザインにもどんなような影響を与えましたか？
まず正直ここまで5つの時代と5つの都市で50年の歴史をゲームの中に作るっていうのは本当に大変だったんですけども、しっかりリサーチだったりとか、いろんなこの歴史観を本当に体験してもらうために、いろんなリサーチを重ねながらこのゲームを積み上げたみたいなところがあるんですけども、やっぱりこれぐらいのスケールをのゲームってなかなかないと思うので、この舞台を選んだこの時代を描いたっていったところはすごい大きなスケールのゲームになるっていったところにすごく興奮したことをまず覚えてます。でコンバットデザインもですね、やっぱり主人公が50年歩む中でですね、プレイヤーも操作することで主人公の大東誠とシンクロするようなそういう体験をちょっと味わってほしいなと思って、本当に一から作り上げたんですけども、主人公が年取るに従ってプレイヤーが例えばなんでしょうね、ナイフを使い続けるとナイフのナイフマスターのような能力、そういうスキルが身についていったりとか、その50年っていうゲームの尺に合わせてゲームコンバットシステムもうまく連動したようなゲームにしています。
So to be honest, the difficulty was on a whole different level than all the titles
he talked for like 3 minutes straight.
Before, because this time we had to spend over a time of 50 years. So we were depicting 5 different areas, and we had to conduct research, a lot of historical and cultural facts, and we had to create all the necessary assets from scratch. So there was nothing that we can build upon. But I also remember feeling very excited about this fact because everything was new and we knew that we would be able to create a very unique game, one that lets players really experience the whole protagonist's life over a large scale and large time span. And this is also depicted in the combat design. We focused on creating the most
she's really good at remembering all the stuff he said.
Combat design so far. So to combine that with the protagonist's abilities, they evolve over time, and also the skills of you as a player evolve over time. I think we managed to truly create an engaging experience. So for example, if you start using a knife in the beginning, it might feel, you might get used to it, but your knife efficiency, your knife proficiency
her listening skills are immaculate.
And you will be able to unlock special abilities.
I can't believe she remembers all this.
And when, you will evolve and mature together with Daito Makoto, the protagonist.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's a journey you'll take together with Makoto-san. Well, I'm really excited to see what you have
literally
brought.
Can just
why don't you
read.
Tell us a bit more about the demo that you've actually brought for us.
じゃあ主人公と一緒にプレイヤーも成熟していくという感じですね。面白そうですね。今日はどんな、デモを持ってきていただいたんですか？
はい、ストレンジャーザンヘブンは今回このゲームズコムで初めて一般向けのプレイヤブルデモを展示させていただいてるんですけども、まずはこの先ほどコンバットシステム、新しいコンバットシステムで本当に左右独立して操作するこの新しい操作感とフィードバックみたいなものをまず味わってもらいたいなというところと、実際5つの時代5つの都市っていう舞台っていったところがゲームの本編の作りなんですけど、その中から3つ 小倉と呉と南のこの3つだけ、まあ、ちょっと触りなんですけれども、なんかその舞台もちょっと味わってもらえるような、まあ、そういったデモ構成になっています。
So
I wonder what he uses that long fingernail for.
At the Gamescom to the public for the first time. With a demo focusing on the innovative combat system this time, where you can independently play the left-hand side and the right-hand side of Makoto Daido's body. And we'll showcase that in a minute. Throughout 3 of the 5 expensive cities and eras, you will also experience them in the full version. So, namely Kokura, Kure, and Minami.
Okay, nice. Well, let's go. Let's see what we got.
早速始めてみましょう。
はい。
Is he actually going to play, or is he just holding the controller?
Well, where are we starting off? Can you give us a bit of context on what you're dropping us into straight away?
どこから入るかちょっと補足説明してもらえますか？
はい。まず最初は1915年の小倉という舞台から始めていきます。で、まあ、この小倉という舞台はですね、物語の中でも当時は本当に日本でも最大級のこの工業都市で、いろんなこの労働者に揉まれながら大東がどうやってこの先この国で生きていこうかみたいな、まあ、そういったきっかけの時間軸だ。
Hold on. Okay, now it kicks in.
So we start off with
Let's kick in. Okay, does he move?
1915 in Kokura, where the protagonist Makoto
I'm looking at his finger.
arrives from the
It looks
US,
like he's moving.
and
He's looking around. Yeah, he's playing. He's playing.
As an outsider in this new environment for himself. And Kokura is really
He's slowly moving his right thumbstick right now.
Said to be home of one of the world's largest foundries. So it's bursting with the passion of hard-working workers and theory workers. And he tries to find his way here.
Also, is that the same?
そう。
着てるもの同じですね、これ。
同じの着てますね。
Exactly the same. すごくかっこいいです。
Oh wow, straight away.
Yeah, he's playing.
バトルが始まりましたけど。
So the battle started already.
Yeah, I love that you saw everyone else just clear out.
It's either cutting up blood or snorting coke. Yes.
Feels like a very
Otherwise you wouldn't need that.
Japanese film style to have the town just.
日本の映画を思い出すような。
Very cinematic.
とてもシネマチック、映画的ですね。
はい。
I like the combat. It does feel like very film-like, like a Bruce Lee type of. There's some like weight behind the punches and stuff.
You can freely combine combos using your left and right half.
Oh, nice.
ガードも右左こういう風に左右にできるんですけど。
And equally you can also guard differently, independently, left hand and right hand.
I like that.
これをタイミングよくやるとパリになって今みたいに
Even when he gets hit, he's like, "Pah!"
いい強い技ができたり。
It feels like there's weight behind
it. If you
it.
time it correctly, you can also chain into a parry.
I already see what
you mean.
Make
a John Wick game like
this. This combat feels like there's a nice weight.
They are making a John Wick game, so.
As well.
すごい没入感してすごい正直にいろんな動きが伝わるっていうのが分かります。
そうですね。左右思った通り押すとこういう技が出るっていうのはものすごく直感的になるので。
They should have talked while they were showing gameplay is what they should have done.
これが慣れてくると本当に今までのボタンと違ったような。操作感で遊ぶことができます。
So it's really intuitive. Like you would punch with your right hand if you press the red button, and it maybe needs a bit of time to get used to this new feeling, but then it's really immersive and really intuitive.
Nice.
It's really immersive, and the roof disappears.
Destroyed.
はい。じゃあ次の舞台に次はクレっていうステージになります。
And we dive on to Kure. It's the next stage.
And is this also a little bit further ahead in time?
これは時代も少し。
はい、時代もクレも先ほど1915年だったんですけれども、クレは1929年。で、
はい。
Oh, if you just waited 3 seconds, you couldn't have to ask that question.
Nice. So maybe now we'll also see, like you were saying, that sort of refinement of his technique with fighting will be a little different now as well.
じゃあちょっと大東誠の戦いの技術も熟練してきたという。
そうですね。見た目も
They were already ready for him to fight.
変わって、クレになるとまた違った環境下で大東誠がどう生きていくかみたいなところに時代の移り変わりも
Where did he pull that out of?
Exactly. You can also see the time has changed on his face and on his appearance.
Yeah, see, there's weight behind. There's weight behind the stuff.
And also the whole setting.
Drop the
like
weapon. I want to see him do the hand-to-hand combat again.
Area. Yeah.
もっと工業化が進んでる感じですね。
武器も先ほど素手だったんですけど、こういう両手を持った武器だったりとか、あとはその片手を使った武器だったりとか、全て12種類ぐらい武器の種類はあるので、それをこうどう選んで改造していくかというか、それでも能力が変わったりとかします。
There's also changes in terms of the weapons. So in total, you can choose between 12 different weapons, and either they are used by one hand with the right hand or with both hands. So also the maturity and the skill level of how to use the weapons, they will progress.
Amazing. Why is this guy so enormous though? He's absolutely.
なんでこんなに巨大な敵なんですかね、この人。
敵もすごいこれぐらい大きい。
Technically, he's not that big. He's just normal 6 feet. Everyone else is
いろん
really
なバリエー
small.
ションがあるので、バトルも本当にこうしっかり遊べるような設計になっています。
Yeah, so there are lots of different enemies, also like boss style enemies already in these, and so it's also exciting to play against different strong enemies.
Yeah, I also see that the boss, he's got like a smaller cutlass, but he's also still able to hit with his fist as well. Is that something that Makoto can also do if he was holding a single-handed weapon?
で、敵の方も左手はちょっと怪我してるけど、まだ右手で刀を振り回せるように見えますけども、ライト誠も同じように片手でいろいろ攻撃できたり。
今は両手武器なんで、こう両手を使ったこう操作がこう左右。I
want to see him drop the weapon because he said it's 10 years later.
Yeah, right now he's holding a weapon.
And I want to see the fight style of his like hand-to-hand combat instead of with the weapon. Just because I want to see the style if it changed, like he learned better.
And then also the way that you'll use the weapon that you have. I suppose it's understanding which end is for which hand, knowing this is maybe better for quicker, this is better for power attacking maybe. Is that kind of how it works?
あと武器によってはどっちサイドを左手で持ってどっちサイドを右手で持つかとか、どっちがより強い攻撃ができてどっちでガードできるかとか、そういうのも
基本的に片手武器は右に
It
持っ
looks like
て
they
左
still
手
have
は
to do a little bit of
まあ武器は武器の強さがあるんですけど、
finishing touches on it.
素手は素手の強さみたいな、まあそういう組み合わせを
When does this come out?
自由にプレイヤーが考えてこう攻撃を選べるみたいなところが、すごい自由度のあるコンボ設計ができるっていうのがすごい売りだと思います。
So the combo design is really quite flexible. So especially when you use one-hand weapons,
So now we're like
which you have
30, almost 30 years, 25 years in the future.
How do I want to use this weapon? What do I want to do with the left hand? Do I want to punch? Do I want to hold a different weapon? So it's really very creative also in that.
Wow, the fashion is real nice now. Yeah. Oh my god, he looks so good. So, also, it's now raining. I wonder, the combat already seems quite deep. Before it was snowing in the previous era, now it's raining. Does that also have an effect at all on any of the combat?
今雨が降ってますよね。その前も雪が降ってるシーンがありましたけども、これもまたコンバットスタイルに何か影響するんですか？
コンバットスタイルというよりかこう天候が変わることによってこの町の住民たちの様子が人通りが減ったり、お店が閉まったりとか、この舞台に対して影響が出る要素があります。また天候だけじゃなくてこの時間帯昼だったり夜だったりその夜にしかいないような強敵だったり、まあ、この辺りはすごい一つの舞台にとってもいろんなこの探索要素があります。
It doesn't necessarily affect the combat style, but the whole setting. So if it's raining heavily, there will be less people on the street, or shops will be closed.
Like a skeleton fighting him? God damn, that person's skinny.
Not only weather, but also when you get more advanced, you can also choose at what time of the day you want this play to be staged. So if it's at night,
He's
then
just
also
blocking
there will
the
be
entire
less people
time.
or different people walking around.
So you have to parry?
This guy, he's smaller, but I have a feeling he's going to be tougher.
この人さっきの敵よりも小さいですけども小柄な割には結構タフな
かなり凶悪なこの敵なんですけども、これもこういうボス的 のようなものも本当に物語にいっぱい出てきて、この1対1のこの緊迫したこの戦いみたいなものもすごい楽しんでもらえると思います。
Yes, this guy is really a tough enemy.
Yeah.
He's small, but nevertheless, it's not easy to win against him. But you will have a lot of those kinds of boss enemies, and you will be able to explore a lot of ways to combat them.
I saw as well there was the chance with a prompt where you could use both triggers. Can you explain a bit more about how that happens?
あと両方のトリガーを使えるよっていうプロンプトが今入ってましたけど、それについても説明してもらえますか？
敵の気力みたいなものがありまして、それを削るとですね、今みたいにこうチャンスな時間帯が生まれます。そこで両方押すことで強い攻撃が出せるみたいなそういう設計になっています。
So there's an energy level of the enemies, and if this proceeds, there is the possibility to trigger with both sides of buttons and attack him in the right moment.
Like a drop kick and missed him.
Now I know that the story obviously it does follow Makoto, and it does seem to be so far painting a bit more of a serious tone than we've perhaps seen in previous RPG games, but I do still love that kind of zaniness and some of the weird wide side activities that we can do. Will there be some of that in Stranger Than Heaven as well?
今回のタイトルは結構シリアスでダークなトーンだなというふうに感じるんですけども、その過去作のちょっと奇抜なサイドゲームとかサイドクエストとかがあったり、そういうところも好きだったんですけども、そういうのを今回の本作で見られますか？
いろんなキャラクターが出てきたサイドストーリーだったりもちろん入ってはいるんですけれども、やっぱりこの過去の日本を舞台にしたサイドストーリーだったりするので、なんか今まですごく奇抜なコンテンツだった部分からは、少しシリアスなトーンが多めなところもありますね。ただそれはそれでストレンジャーズ・アンヘブンならではのいろんなサイドコンテンツを楽しめると思うので、そこは期待しておいてください。
Man, can you make this fight drag out just a little longer?
Very unique to Stranger Than Heaven, but so the trademark zany characters
like sneeze on
maybe a bit less, but you will nevertheless experience a lot of other side quests and a lot of characters. But in total, this is a story about the past and rough times. So the tone is rather rough and dark.
Well, it looks unbelievable, and it's everything you promised. The combat is visceral, it's brutal. It looks
the combat looks
as well.
good.
Like
Definitely
the lighting
slower.
on that last stage was so stunning. I loved it. So yeah, thank you for showing us that. Is there anything else that you can maybe tell us about the game that's only going to make sense after I've played it?
そうですね、すごくかっこいいゲームになっていましたし、もうデザインもすごいし、なんか最後のステージのライトの感じもすごくいいなと思いました。本当にプレイできるのがすごく楽しみです。プレイしたらすごくここが楽しめるよっていうもの他に何かありますか？
そうですね、やっぱりこのストレンジャーズ・アンヘブンって一人の男の50年の人生を描いたゲームなので、これだけのこのスケールのドラマっていうのはなかなかないと思います。で、今回デモでは本当にそのコンバットの新しい要素をピックアップして楽しんでもらえるっていうデモだったりはするんですけど、やっぱり本筋はその一人の男生涯を描いたこのナラティブゲームをきっと味わってもらって、本当に新しいドラマ体験ができると思うので、そこを一番期待してほしいですね。あとは
He gets off stage and he speaks perfect English.
音楽を使ったショービズの要素とかもこのバックに遊べる要素として、いろんな楽曲も用意してますので、そこを含めて、魅力を感じてもらえれば、すごく嬉しいと思います。
So as far as I'm aware of, I think there are not many games that span the whole life of one single man.
Yeah.
So this is, in that sense, a really epic drama you can experience. This time with the demo, we just picked up 3 different stages, 3 different cities, and to showcase also and to show you what it feels like, what it looked like. But of course, really this epic drama you will only experience by playing through. So I hope you will be able to experience, and I'm looking forward. Also, it's not just a new combat system, but also a big part goes into music. So the whole showbiz element we have not shown yet, but you'll be able to create your own music, and Daito Makoto's showbiz element will be shown. So yeah, I hope you will be able to enjoy and check it out.
Nice. I have to ask, just because it looks so good, can I get one of the jackets?
すごいかっこいいのであえて聞きますけど、これってもらえますか？どこ
He's
か
like,
で
いや
入れてきます
まだ
no.
まだねこれしかないんでいずれ皆さん買えるようにもちょっと考えたいと思います。
Unfortunately, right now it's not available yet, but we are thinking of ways to get it through to
Good.
the public as well.
Sakamoto-san, thank you once again for joining us. Remember, you guys can get your hands on Stranger Than Heaven when it releases on January 15th, 2027. But now, to Milizione.
Well, yeah, that's usually how it is, Mo. Like, if you go somewhere, they can speak English, but they're more comfortable when it's in their language, right?
Where do you think you're going? You're not allowed to leave this town.
The hell is this?
Everyone knows no one is going to help you escape. And if I hear a single complaint about your behavior, this uniform forces me to see the worst in people. All you do is destroy, steal.
This is interesting. It's a puzzle game.
Every single day, I hope I'll be proven wrong. Yet somehow, everyone ends up the same.
Interesting.
And that is our show. Over the last 2 days, we've had the privilege to feature
That's it?
over 40 games.
Charlie, over 40 games made by some incredible teams from all around the world, and they're all coming to Xbox.
Plus, with 13 games coming to Xbox Game Pass that we showed you just today, yeah, your library's about to get real full.
So whether you're hyped for Minecraft Dungeons 2 or the Xbox console exclusive Gears of War E-Day.
Maybe it's EA Sports FC 27. Maybe it's Fable, NBA 2K27 too.
Modern Warfare 4 or Grand Theft Auto 6. No matter how you play it, the best place to play the biggest games is on Xbox.
And finally, make sure to check out the Xbox On YouTube channel to view and share some of the segments that you might have missed.
So until next time, thanks for joining us. This is Xbox at Gamescom 2026.
Bye!
Bye!
Okay. All right. We've got some stories here that we can talk about. We've got from 1047, which is the guys that make Splitgate and also Impulse. They had a thing that came out yesterday, which is funny because I've been talking about Splitgate, I don't know, about 2 years now, how they abandoned the first Splitgate. Then it came out with Splitgate 2, which then switches to Splitgate Arena Reloaded, which then they kind of stopped supporting that one and then started doing Impulse, which is what they said it was a Titanfall type of thing, which had nothing to do with Titanfall. We actually watched Kingard's video, I want to say it's like 6-7 months ago, talking about this as well. So an update on Impulse and Splitgate Reloaded, Area Reloaded, and what's next for 1047. It says, today we have some difficult news to share. We're ending active development of an Impulse and Splitgate Arena Reloaded. This is a hard update to us to write. We love these games, and we know that we're all disappointing and frustrating for a lot of people, and we are sorry. The reality is that neither game is generating enough revenue to support the ongoing costs for dedicated servers. We have continued covering those costs because we wanted to give them both games every opportunity to grow. But we have reached the point where that is no longer sustainable. We have loved working with these games, playing them and building them for the community, and we wish we could also continue to support them. What we do not want to do is simply shut down the games down. So we believe that people should be able to keep these playing the games they love even after active development ends. The original Splitgate launched even 7 years ago and was dedicated servers went offline last year. We moved it to a peer-to-peer so people could also keep playing. It remains playable today, including on console, wherever technically possible, and we want to do the same true for every game that we make. So we have reworked Empulse and Splitgate Arena Reloaded to support the peer-to-peer play. On Thursday, September 3rd, both games will move to peer-to-peer hosting with also a server browser. Dedicated servers, matchmaking will shut down, but players will also still be able to host matches, find games, and play with their friends forever. Empulse will also receive one new map and lower its price across all regions. This is all we need. This will all be the final version of Empulse. This will be the final. Active development may be ending, but we're still going to be playing Empulse and Splitgate Arena Reloaded and hanging out with the Discord, and we'll see you in the hobby. Come say hi. So we talked about this because they came out and said, don't believe the numbers that you see. But then we looked at the numbers and we're like, how can you say, and I actually had a video of this. I said, if you don't like the numbers, then tell us the numbers. If you don't like people taking and saying that the numbers of your game are low, then tell us the numbers. But we can see your game is low because people are actually playing it and go, yeah, it takes a really long time. There's nobody coming in or whatever, right? They have made bad business decision after bad business decision every single time. Again, I had a video, I want to say 7 months ago. We talked about how I don't think the game's bad. I don't think Splitgate 1 was bad. I don't think Splitgate 2 was bad. I didn't play it, just watching it and stuff like that. Not my type of game. But at the same time, the marketing behind not finishing your first game, leaving your first game to go make your second game, which is Splitgate 2, then rebooting Splitgate 2 to Splitgate Reloaded, putting microtransactions, okay, in that game, high microtransactions, by the way, like $80, $140 and stuff like that, and then bringing it back out, put it back in beta, bring back Reloaded out, okay, making the changes and fixes, and then also stop supporting that game as well, basically, so you can then go make Empulse, which you said that, oh, well, the portals and stuff weren't very good in Splitgate, and this is a much better game. Like, what are we talking about? Just like tripping over their own self, smashing rakes in their face the entire time. So they're not closing down. I don't think they're closing down. Okay. It says we started at 1047 10 years ago because we loved video games since then. More than 25 million people have played our games, and many of the people we've also met along the way, okay, have become lifelong friends. After 10 years of focusing on live service shooters, our focus is changing. What we build next may look very different from what the people expect in 1047 games. Make something you guys want to make. Stop trend chasing. Stop trend chasing. Okay, 1047 games, but we also want to change for why we are here. We love making games. We've learned a lot over the years, and we'll carry those lessons into what we've built next. To everyone who also worked at Splitgate Arena Reloaded, or Empulse, including those no longer at 1047, thank you. But we put years of our lives into them, and we are also grateful for what it helped us build. And everyone who played gave us the feedback, more videos, argued about balance changes, discovered ridiculous movement tech, and brought friends into the lobby. Thank you for being part of us. Thank you for the last 10 years, and we'll see you on the server browser. Right, so we've been talking about them for like 4 or 5 years on this channel. Yeah, look, I hope they make a game. I hope they make a game and sell a game. Stop making these games and trying to be games that you're pretending to be, right? You're pretending to be Portal. You're pretending to be Halo. You're pretending to be Call of Duty, right? You're pretending to be Titanfall. Just make a game. Make a game. Sell that game. And then don't try to, I don't know, like finish it out. When I say make a game and sell a game, like make a game and finish it. See it to the end. All the games you've worked on, 3 out of 3 have seen to the end. Half-assed, even though you liked it, you put them out there, They weren't complete. Splitgate 1 wasn't complete. Splitgate 2 wasn't complete. Splitgate 2 Arena Reloaded wasn't done. And then Impulse wasn't done. So hopefully, you just make a game and actually complete the game that you sell. Again, these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about Splitgate, 1047, Impulse, all the stuff that they've worked on? Are you excited to see what they have working on next? You're just kind of like, whatever. How long until their next project? 1 year? I mean, it's like they almost can't wait, right? Because Splitgate wasn't done. They told you about Splitgate, right? And then they got money. They changed the engine. They moved and left that one behind. They started making Splitgate 2, telling you about Splitgate 2 before it was even done. Then they went through the whole process again. Then they showed Impulse before the Impulse was done. Ironically, it was called Impulse. So even if they come out a year from now and tell you about their game, they're 3 years out, 2 to 3 years out. If they're working on a game right now, 2 to 3 years out for the game, whatever they're making. All right. Yeah, it's just crazy. Someone says in the comment section, the amount of hate these devs get is weird. People will celebrate shit like this, but then go buy COD every year to complain about 24/7. No, they're complaining because they have yet to complete anything. They have yet to complete anything. Come on, Sweat Dog. They're the people that love to make ults and wows, but never finish one character. Yeah, it's crazy to me. Another person says here, I wrote this already, but I really hope you guys see it. If you're trying to make older feeling FPSs, you guys didn't do it. Impulse was closer, but everyone is lying. Barely anyone liked TF2 multiplayer. Just a fact. You guys should bring back pre-COD AW style gameplay. Just focus on Impulse a little more. I prefer that than Splitgate. Okay. It says, I feel sad for you. All about, honestly, the FPS market is shifting, and even COD and Battlefield are struggling, and the more that players are also based right now. War Dogs alone outperformed Battlefield 6 and rivaled Modern Warfare 2 on Steam and Twitch. Players seem done with the next COD or the next Battlefield. They're moving towards experiences that take them more seriously, both as players and an audience. Actually, what he's saying here, I don't think War Dog is going to be this, like, longevity type game down the road where we have millions of people playing. I think right now it's the hot item and people like it. They are looking for something. I think Bulkhead knows where their clientele is. That's why they made War Dogs for those type of gamers. Okay. Call of Duty is the same thing over and over. Battlefield is the same thing over and over. A lot of the people that played Battlefield and COD are older gamers now, right? If anything, and this is based on my own bias here. When I was in my 20s playing Battlefield and Call of Duty, okay, and I hit that mark of 30 and still gaming, hence where my game channel comes from. We were playing Battlefield, Bad Company, and we were looking for people to play with that were more mature, that weren't, young kids playing with the squeaky voices and stuff like that. The group of people that I was playing for, we didn't like that. We didn't like squeakers. So back then, I made LFGs and stuff called 30 and Still Gaming. Okay. So we could find other people. And then other people we found. We found a group of people that were older gamers or acted older. Okay. And we all started playing games together. Well, now those people are almost 50. Right? They're almost 50. The average gamer now is closer to 40 than it was back then. Okay? Because the group of people is getting older and older that played these types of games. So majority of the people that are playing War Dogs, Battlefield, and stuff like that are dad gamers. People that have responsibilities and whatnot. And when you hit the age of 30, you just change. Your taste change, your time changes. You don't have enough time, right? You have responsibilities and stuff like that. And that is the clientele that War Dogs is going for. So I don't think you're going to have this like massive amount of people, because even if you do, they're not going to be able to play like they did back in the day when they played Battlefield, when they played Call of Duty and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when the game comes out. I like it, but that's more my play style now, right? I'm not saying it's better than the other ones. I'm just saying that the clientele is getting older and they're not replacing them. There's no one replacing the people that were playing Battlefield back in the day. They're just trying to move the people over from Call of Duty into Battlefield and making Battlefield into Call of Duty. Someone says not shocking, unfortunately. Not shocking. How to fumble an easy layup. 101. It says, growing up playing Splitgate 1 was an experience I will never forget, and also have made memories and friends that also will have for life. Unfortunately, it didn't go well the way the things that wanted to for Splitgate 2 and Impulse, but we'll still be excited to whatever comes in the future. Realistically, this other guy says, realistically, Impulse was a rushed project that you put together quickly to try to please the movement shooter crowd. From the outside perspective, it doesn't look like much of an effort was put into all. You simply just wanted to get the minimum viable product out the door. Okay, and as soon as humanly possible, you also you had a patch in a simply ADS feature. You rushed the game with no real thought about longevity of it, and it's also there where you also let the game to cook for another 12 months. I bet it could have been something a lot more that people would be interested in. That's actually a great point, right? We talked about it before, talking about how they didn't finish games. They didn't finish Splitgate 1. They didn't finish Splitgate 2. They didn't finish Impulse. You're not going to get me into playing your games at all because you haven't earned it. You haven't earned me playing your games. And even if I was a person that played your games, you don't see things through. So why would I ever try to buy your game? Yeah, they're moving Impulse and Splitgate to peer-to-peer, and they're just done active development of it. There's not enough player base, though. You're going to have the same 15, 20 people playing the game. That's basically it. Your little friend group. And this person says, this generally sucks. Splitgate 1 was special, and once portaling clicked, it felt like Halo 3 on steroids. The community was great. I made some genuinely cool friends through it. You guys were listening to us by launching Splitgate 2, so bare bones that was a huge mistake. Then you relaunched and rebrand, never really fixing the reason people left. Massive respect for moving both games to peer-to-peer. Every dev should take notes. Games shouldn't disappear forever just because the development ends. That's a good point. At least they're still making their games playable after they're done supporting them. Very true. This company died as soon as it left Splitgate 1. Facts. They just never finished it. They just never finished anything. The worst part. Sub says, I do respect because once in a while I play Gears of War on the old one. And there's so many people, it's pretty much the same people, but it's awesome that I can do it. I mean, I like the fact that you can play their games, but just imagine if they worked on their games. See, that's the problem. You wouldn't have this issue, right? They wouldn't have this issue if they just finished the games. Because if you finish the game, then the game would be complete. And if it's complete, then people could buy it. And if people bought it and they were having fun with it, then it would continue on having success. But they never did that. They abandoned the first one. They abandoned the second one. They abandoned the reboot of the second one. And now they abandoned the third one. All right, going on to the next one here. We've got Fable impresses me again with an extended look at the dialogue choices and combat. I can't wait to try it with Xbox Play Anywhere. Okay, so Fable's not skimping out on the details this year's Gamescom. It provided a metric ton of new gameplay information through 18 minutes of gameplay demo accompanied by gameplay preview right up for Xbox Live. Okay, the demo begins with Fable's life sim elements. This is the questing stuff, right? We saw that one yesterday. There was other gameplay. I don't want to see this because we've already seen this. There was more gameplay. Let me find the gameplay. There's actually more gameplay that they showed. Let's see. Fable. Play. That's the quest. 18 hours ago.
The folks at Gamescom get to go hands-on with Fable. I'm not at Gamescom, but I have the next best thing. official gameplay from the preview event. This is from a quest called Mud and Death. The player character is fighting alongside a man named Humphrey in an abandoned mine. In this slice, you'll get a look at crossbow and hammer combat, as well as some flashy spells as the two take down wraiths and skeletons. It all culminates with a creepy boss fight against a lantern keeper. As you can see in the bottom of the frame, this was captured on PC at medium graphics settings. I'd say it looks pretty good, especially some of the spell effects and the fog effects at the end.
It's the wraiths you want to watch for. Wraiths? Yeah. Ghosts gone sour, like spoiled milk. Nasty things. Deal with them quick.
It looks pretty good.
If you can.
Visually.
Oh, here we go. Right on cue. Get them, or we'll be swimming in hollows. Don't think of them as people, kid.
Real quick, I know there's a lot of games like this, but the combat doesn't seem like it's making connections with the actual bad guys. Here, look at this again.
Think of them as people, kid.
You see what I'm saying? There's like no impact. The third hit, it finally does an impact on the actual character. You see what I'm saying? The first two swings of that hammer. Watch. Doesn't hit, then it hits. The combat reminds me, this is the same conversation we're going to have that we had for Hogwarts Legacy when Hogwarts Legacy came out. When they were showing the combat of Hogwarts Legacy, we were worried about the combat then, right? The combat, when we saw it, was like, eh. But then when we played Hogwarts Legacy, we were like, oh, the combat's actually pretty good. I wonder if we get the same scenario here once the game comes out. If the combat doesn't look very good, doesn't look bad, as Eclipse is saying, it kind of looks floaty. Okay, I wonder if it feels better when you're playing the actual game. I don't need haptic feedback to know the combat's good or bad feels, right? I never played the PlayStation 5 haptic feedback. Obviously, if you have something that's vibrating and you have something else that's doing something completely different, just playing the game, combat is combat, right? So if I'm playing the game, regardless of the controller that I have, it either feels good or it doesn't feel good. Hogwarts Legacy combat, just bare bone, is good, but visually seeing it, when you saw it, we were like, I don't know if it's going to be good.
Whoever these fellas were, they're lost.
See, like the combat there, when he hit him, and he got hit back and then he slammed him, that's good. It's like when you swing the hammer, it doesn't connect. You see what I'm saying right there? Yeah, like when he winds up and swings. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's reacting, but it's not reacting the right way. So your brain, because it's happening so fast, okay? It's happening so fast. It doesn't register. Like, if I hit you this direction, you would fly this direction, right? So it's not, the first like inputs are not doing the right thing.
Right, sorted. Let's see about that mine then. There'll be more inside, obviously.
And can I just say, the actual UI system looks very Hogwarts Legacy-esque as well.
So you best be warmed up. Don't get up in the count, man. All right, you asked for it.
See that, like the second hit and the third hit. I know I'm being nitpicky here. But I'm telling you why it looks weird. Okay, if I hit you from right to left, the body should get hit and then move to the left. Okay, it's like the first one's missing, and then when he makes impact, it does register.
Don't get up in the count, man. All right, you asked for it. A bit of marrow.
Yeah, the abilities look like the spells, 100%.
Enjoy a nice eternal rest, but no.
Were these miners?
Most of them, yeah.
I don't think the combat looks bad, by the way. It's just visually there's something missing, and again, maybe it feels better once you play it.
Whole mine flooded, and the seawall fell. Poor bastards. I rushed up here, but I was too late.
That doesn't look like a miner.
The spells look like they're working well, like him grabbing him and slamming him on the ground. That all looks well. The two-handed weapon is what it looks weird. See, I would take that. Even with the big hit there and he pushes him back, cool. I think it looks fine. I don't think it looks great, but it can feel completely different when you're playing. Right, Blocky. That's what I'm saying. It's missing that, again, not on all things. Like certain magic spells are hitting right away. The two-handed weapon seems a little weird. We noticed it a little bit with the sword and shield on the last play test, whatever.
Until next week.
I want to make sure I'm not nitpicking. I'm just, now's the time to be a nitpicky though. You still have a time to make the tweaks. Absolutely, but what I'm saying is I'm not being nitpicky to be nitpicky. I'm saying this is the reason why it kind of looks off to us when people are like, the combat looks kind of floaty. That's the reason. The thing about watching movies, playing video games, when certain things work, it works, but you don't know why it works. And when it doesn't work, some people don't know why it doesn't work. I'm just pointing out why it works or doesn't work. Okay? So it's being nitpicky, but it's showing you that there's iframes missing, something's missing, that it's not connecting with the actual thing.
Well, this looks very safe. After you, then.
Oh, we have a yeah, load screen.
Yeah, caves were definitely bigger.
The patented squeeze-through load scene.
Where did those armored skeletons come from?
War. Albion's always had people fighting over
I like the voice acting.
Bloodstone and Boundstone have spent half a history going at it. Yeah, there's no shortage of soldier bones in this dirt.
This is on PC at medium graphics, they said.
This fog. Just another lovely day in Wraithmarsh. Parts of your hand in front of your
I think the armor
arms.
looks good. I think graphically it's fine.
Come on, you lead. I'll watch our backs.
More raids.
Well, they don't call it Wraithmarsh for nothing. Keep your eye on the road, kid.
Like even the arrows doesn't seem like it's making the impact. I mean, it's hitting, it's making the sound. I see the bar going down. but the guys are not reacting to the actual arrows hitting them.
We're cleaning house here.
You know, it's funny you say that, Feels. I feel kind of the same way. Like I'm looking at obviously it's graphically different than the past Fables. And I'm looking at it going, it kind of, I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't make me feel Fable. When they're in the town, it does, but something does feel off about it.
What is that? Lantern keeper. Eats ghosts. It's afraid to back out. Keep your eyes on it.
Lots of guys to fight. Constantly have to parry or dodge. Okay, so perfect example here. I understand you're shooting arrows at the guy, and I just said it earlier that they're not responding to the actual arrows. He shoots the arrow, hits the guy twice in the chest, right? There's no feedback, just sound to go, oh yeah, I'm landing shots on him. But then as soon as he does the lightning bolt, you get impact, right? You're seeing the impact and you're like, oh, that's satisfying, right? That's what I'm talking about. You're shooting with the arrows, no satisfaction there, right? Satisfaction there. It's like you know you're hitting them, but there's no visual feedback. All of a sudden, you take the lightning, you have visual feedback. You're like, man, I felt good, right? This is why people choose magic over sword, or why they choose heavy weapon over something else, because it feels awesome. Like even that right there, when you block, there's that feedback. It's the hit, it's the visuals. You're satisfied as the customer, right? You're satisfied at that moment. Now see, that's satisfying. He threw a fucking knife. Watch. Throws a knife, chops off the head. Visual feedback, right? You're like, oh, that's cool, right? It doesn't matter if that arrow or the bar above his head went down or not. You just hit him, physically knocked his head off. That's satisfying. Yeah, that's all satisfying. They're not doing it all with all the people though. Yes, that's very satisfying. I think we're gonna get this, and people, when you get your hands on it and play it, I think you're going to be surprised that the combat actually feels better than what it looks. See, again, he caught the thing, satisfying, then throws it back, and then nothing. Nothing. Look how much energy you knocked off his bar, but you don't see anything physically doing anything to him. He doesn't get blown back. He doesn't get anything. That's good. Feels good. Looks good. Right, Blonky. Like, see the knockback? That's very satisfying. See, this is why I think that the combat will feel better when you play it. No impact there. No impact there. Nothing's happening. You see bar going down, but there's no impact. It's like they forgot to code. Arrow does something. Yeah, the magic looks very satisfying. Everything about the magic is coded in the game. When you do the blowback, when you do the lightning, every magic spell has impact, and it's very satisfying looking. Yeah, but even if it's just a slight, like, tick, 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 you know what I mean? Like, you're shooting them, and they like, move back, they get hit back, something. There's no visual satisfaction.
You're bucking this, going in. Steal it on the wall.
Well, that was Mud and Death. The Fable series is near and dear to my heart, and this looks to be a detailed, modern interpretation of the beloved series. I just hope it retains the humor and charm of the original, and this demo doesn't necessarily show that. However, Xbox did release an 18-minute video earlier today showcasing that side of Fable. Check it out if you haven't already, and if you want to read our hand...
Yeah, let me see what this... Is this the... Where was the other battle going on? They fight over here, don't they? Yeah.
Nothing you lot can't sort out. Humphrey should have sort them out.
Where's your kill?
Look how satisfying that is. Remember yesterday when I said it? Remember yesterday when I said it? When he shoots that arrow and hits that guy in the leg? Look at the difference from this to the thing we just watched. Same gameplay. Soon as he shoots the person's leg, look. Pow! Fucking blows the guy back. Takes his leg completely out from underneath him. Satisfying. Satisfying.
That's the intern, you.
That's why when you watch the Wolverine footage and you see him like stabbing them in the face and it comes through here, it's very visually satisfying because you feel the impact as he's doing it. Right? Impact there. Feels like there's weight behind. Uses the magic, pushes them off the thing. Very satisfying.
A new spell.
And then shoots him in the face. Right? Shoots him in the face. Dead instantaneously. Right? He's got almost full health. Gets shot in the face, and you see the very satisfying.
Blades, which is great for crowd control.
See, I think this gameplay looks much better than what we just saw.
Currently playing on Legend mode. One of our...
See? Even every single one of those hits, right? Gets shot in the face, kills that person. Takes the sword. Strikes down. Knocks her back.
On Legend.
Comes across, hits her, and then she falls back the other direction.
Mode. One of our...
Comes down and it hits, and she hunkers down a little bit, right? All satisfying.
Other difficulties, which is for players who want a more demanding combat challenge, and I'll need to make use of all the tools in my arsenal if I want to succeed. Tools that include new spells, abilities, weapons, and upgrades.
Yeah, see, I feel like this is much better than when we just watched the ghosts and stuff.
Which combine to create a loadout tailored to how you want to deal with combat encounters.
I think they have a problem with two-handed weapons. It feels heavy. You can see the weight. Yeah, see that? Now you see the difference between what we just saw with these guys and what we see with the big guy. Watch how many times you hit him. Nothing happens. Right? He goes the opposite direction. Nothing happens there. Nothing happens there. You're hitting him, but nothing's happening. There's no feedback whatsoever. This is why people look at the combat and go, something's off about it. It's like he has no feelings. He doesn't feel the sword hitting him. No reaction whatsoever. Look, no reaction to the arrows. You see what I'm saying? So there's something missing coded wise that when you're shooting at this particular boss elite guy, he's not responding to what's hitting him. He made the sound. Visual. Good. See, now he responds. So it's like certain things are not coded yet, and it makes it look weird. And again, if you're going to make a game and you're going to do this, to be fair, he's a giant. You're missing the complete point, Dupless, right? If you're going to do this, then make nobody have feedback when you hit them, okay? He's getting no feedback on certain swings of the sword, but gets hit with the knee, okay? Gets hit with the arrows, nothing happens, but the other guys get hit and they have impact. But then other times he gets hit, he does have impact. It's not coded correctly. Magic, for some reason, is coded correctly. And now the finishing move, there's impact there.
Now I've got the guild deeds, I need to get them back to Humphrey. Hopefully, that'll shake off his hangover for long enough to help me save my village. But we don't.
You see the little details, right? And me showing you that, pausing it, and talking about it. Now you're more enlightened about, oh, that's maybe why I don't like the fighting style, because some of the stuff looks amazing. As soon as they shot that arrow into that guy's leg, I was like, oh, that's good. It's good feedback.
I have time for that today. So I've shown you Fable's style weaving combat and how you need to use your whole arsenal to deal with enemies on different difficulties. We saw new spells in action and unlocked one from the skill tree. I met Humphrey and recovered the guild deeds. We saw how even the little choices can affect people's opinions of you and build your wider reputation.
Fable has automatic doors. That's a whole nother thing. I said that. I brought it up yesterday, or I don't know if I said it out loud, but when they walk up to the door and the door just opens up, I'm like, just putting that arm out there to push the door open goes a long way. It's little things like that that really immerse you into the world that you would never think of. Sort of like video edits. When you're watching a movie, I've said this before and I'll say it again on here just to give you an example. When you're having a conversation with two different people, right? There's two people in the room and one person's talking and then they go over that person's shoulder and the person that's you're looking at is not talking, but the person that you're behind is talking. Okay? Well, when you're behind them, and they're having a conversation, their mouth is not moving. You'll see their jawline. Like if I turn around right now, right, and I'm talking, you can see my jaw moving. Like I'm having a conversation, right? In certain movies and stuff, it'll turn around and you're behind the person and you're not seeing them move. They're just standing there. I know that's not a big thing for a lot of people, but it removes the believability of stuff like that. You don't notice it. Subconsciously, you do. You're like, oh, there's something off about that scene, right? There's something off about CGI when you see it because of the uncanny valley type of stuff. You look at the CGI, you know it's CGI, and you're like, that's CGI. But there's a lot of CGI in movies that you can't tell because it's done really well, and it's the small things that you don't know is CGI, okay? And that's what's immersive. In video games, the immersive part is believability of what you're doing. So when there's feedback when you're hitting something, and it hits, that's the sound. Like when you pop a head in Destiny when you're shooting someone and you see the explosion and you hear that sound, that is very satisfying. That's why people do it, right? People like that, and that's what visually sees it. Like, oh, they hear the sound, they see the visual, you felt the gun, everything together makes that perfect moment. And you're like, man, this is badass. That's exactly why it makes a good game and a bad game, because the little attention to details is what pulls it apart. Now, me picking apart and being nitpicky, people are like, oh, you're being so nitpicky. But this is the reason people like certain games and not others, because it feels immersive. And when you're immersed, you can't sway somebody because you're like, oh man, that's so good.
Slice of Bowerstone, but there is far more of the city still to discover, and beyond its borders in the wide world of Albion, where each choice shapes your journey.
Like just walking out the door, right? When you walking in the door, this is where I thought about it yesterday. Right? All of a sudden you get close. Right? I gotta pick the lock.
Nothing, if not
but then when the door opens, it just opens. There's no push. Your head's like, well, that's kind of weird. You don't say it out loud. You don't think it. It's what it is. But if you just had that little lane push, like when you go through Assassin's Creed and there's a big group of people, and as you walk through the crowd, he's taking his hands and he's kind of like swooping people away from the side. That's not needed. But visually, you see that and you're like, oh yeah, that's what you would do, right? I don't know. Just a little thing there for you. Clip says, just don't make it too immersive. Like I have to fill up my car with gas. Right. We actually have a thing. So we said this yesterday, right? Because I have a whole list here, and I kind of just read it out at the end of the day, and we didn't go over it, and I kind of want to go over it. We're going to watch the trailer tonight. Okay, I know a lot of you guys are going to watch the trailer this afternoon, but me and Sarge are going to watch it tonight. Probably the whole show, I'll be honest with you, tonight will be about GTA 6 because the trailer is going to be like a half hour long. And if we go watch the trailer, we're going to break down the trailer. So basically tonight's episode of GXG is going to be GTA 6 talk. Right? Just letting you know now. Okay. So this is from an article from a Dazed magazine or Dazed website. But basically it was a magazine. I posted in the Discord. And you can look this up. This is not from leaked information or anything like that. This is from an interview, talking to somebody, telling us what's actually in the game that you'll probably see tonight or this afternoon when you watch the stuff, right? So there's a brand new official Jason and Lucia artwork, which we showed yesterday for a couple seconds. New official GTA 6 screenshots are on this thing. Jason is an ex-military drug runner. Okay, so we know that. Lucia is a fighter fresh out of prison. So we know that. Okay, we have players can switch between them during missions. They were talking about something along the lines of, like, if you're in the car, you're Jason driving the car, you could switch to Lucia in the car, okay? And then you can mess with the radio and stuff like that. That's how they described it. I was just like, why would I need to be both people at the same time going through them? But maybe it's a cool modifier, right? Here's the bar, right? Like before I could be Trevor, Michael, or I've CJ is what it, right? No, what was the black guy's name? I forget his name. Anyway, in GTA 5 you can switch between 3 characters, but not during the actual mission itself, I don't think. Right? So now they've kind of upped the ante a little bit where you can swap between the two while you're doing an actual mission together, like Bonnie and Clyde. Franklin, thank you. Okay. You got the relationship is deeper consequences in previous Rockstar honor system. So they're taking that Shadow of Mordor type of system, morale system type of thing. They got a weight and muscle system are back from the original San Andreas, which would be funny because you all have fat guys walking around as Jason, or maybe more tone guys. Same with Lucia, which would be pretty funny if they did that. Eating changes weight, so the more you eat, you can make your guy fatter, right? And you got to work it off by exercising. Lack of sleep and being on the run for multi-day benders can physically affect the character. Now, I wonder how they're going to implement this, right? Are they going to make it feel like you're like a lower stamina, or your health is lower, or maybe you are more sluggish of actually controlling? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would almost feel like you're drunk. I wonder if that's how they're going to do it. You can also scroll through an in-game social media feed. I'll be honest, I don't do that in real life. I don't want to do that in a video game, but that's just me. Existing characters can also go viral through posts. Okay, interesting. GTA 6 has Rockstar's most detailed and varied NPC population ever. They were talking about how they had a whole studio just making NPCs. Okay, just making NPCs. The NPCs vary in age, height, tattoos, piercings, plastic surgeries, clothing, and lifestyle. I'm going to put a pin in that for a second. I want to bring this up because I thought this was fucking hilarious. I put this in the chat this morning. Okay, I want to bring this up. This is a guy who worked on Rockstar Games. Okay, he worked on Rockstar Games. He was an extra in the background, And this is what he saw because of a leaked footage, right? So this is from the news channel now, from ABC News.
Local content creator landed a role in Rockstar's GTA 6, but recently leaked footage revealed it wasn't the role he had expected.
So to be honest, when I first got approached by Rockstar, it was because some of my videos were going viral, and I was so ecstatic to just be part of the new game.
But what he found out next was shocking.
They put him in the game as an extra or whatever, and they put him as a gay guy.
They made me a gay NPC hooker or something. Like,
they made me a gay NPC hooker.
My shirt says "Here for the gays" in the game, and I like, did I offend them in some way?
Local content.
I'm sorry. That's fucking hilarious. So the NPCs are in age, height, and stuff like that. Different areas, okay, have specifically designed for populations. Okay, Rockstar has LA team dedicated almost entirely to pedestrians. Rockstar spent years researching Florida. Developers met with ex-criminals, law enforcement, club promoters, and gun dealers and locals. More than 50 real street artists created murals inside the game itself. GTA 6 has a full in-game fashion ecosystem. Okay. Clothing, hairstyle, brands reflect wealth, taste, lifestyle, and identity. I mean, they kind of already had that in the past games. Okay. They probably already had that. Well, not probably. They did. Like, if you saw a homeless person, you would look at that and go, that's a homeless person. If you saw a hooker, you'd be like, oh, that's a hooker. If you saw, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell based on what they were dressed like, what they are. The world reacts more realistic to your actions. Openly carry a rifle can cause NPCs and the city around you to react. That happens now in Grand Theft Auto. Like, you could walk around with a gun. Now obviously, that's the bar. So they tuned it up just a little bit more. So if you walk around and point, someone goes, oh my God, you know, they already react to that. So they'll react to that more. Rockstar says that players will no longer move through the world like a god. Now, that's just a line, right? That's just a line. But if now they're making it super realistic, okay, as Eclipse was saying earlier, you know, getting gas and stuff like that. If you're going to remove, like, because we do know Grand Theft Auto is a video game. If they're going to try to make it the most realistic thing, sort of like a Red Dead Redemption, right? But now it's in the modern day. That could turn off a lot of people. Now, I'm not saying these people are not going to buy the game. They are going to buy the game. They're going to buy the game. They're going to play the game. And then when they play the game, just like we were talking about the feedback, the visual impacts and stuff like that, when we were just talking about the combat in Fable, you're going to have the opposite thing happen where people are like, I don't want to fill up gas in my fucking car, right? I don't want to be get pulled over every time I run a red light because a cop trips his lights at me and then comes after me because I did something, right? I don't want to obey the traffic laws because I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to drive through an intersection and just play the game. The game's longevity is going to get so long because you're like, well, I don't want to get pulled over because I'm speeding, right? They pull that out and make it worse. People are going to look at it and go, I don't really like this game this time around. You know, I thought I was going to like it. I don't really like it. And they're going to be like, I don't know why. I'm telling you why they're not going to like it, because it's going to be too realistic. That's why a lot of people didn't like. Now people are like, well, I like the realistic part. Cool. I'm just letting you know a lot of people are not going to like that, and they're not going to know why, but that's what's going to happen. It says real race car drivers worked on GTA 6 vehicle handling. Cool. More realistic as far as the weight and stuff continues. GTA 6 development team is more than double the size of Red Dead Redemption 2. And the development of GTA 6 began around 2013. Holy shit. So they started working on GTA 6 in 2013. And people said, no, they only started working on it back in 2020. No. No. There you go. Casual mode patch. I mean, let me opt in, not opt out type of thing, you know? If that stuff is real, it's an all-time sync. It's an all-time sync. Well, this is real. This is an interview done in a online magazine that they had an interview with Rockstar. So yes, all these things I just said are real. Please tell me the gas prices in the game are realistic. Well, they can be. It's still expensive, but not as expensive in California, Florida price tag. It says, Altern says, if you hate GTA Online, then this is GTA Online times 10. I guess we'll find out. I guess we will find out. Let's see what the players are saying here. Let's see. What that means, no longer able to move through the world like a god. It means you're not going to be able to just do whatever you want. There's going to be consequences. I hope we finally have workday and weekend NPC population movement cycles. Players will no longer to move through the world like God. That's the best bit in the whole statement. This is peak gaming. We are finished. Let's see what else they say. I'm a fan of the realism and immersion, but equally want the freedom of feeling like a god. To be there as an option, too, is part of the GTA identity after all, which is why I hope we bring back the cheat codes, and at very least, make them reward you if you complete the story. Yeah, but if you have to... Right, someone says we have to sleep. Yeah, see? People are going to... Weight and muscle systems are back. Do I have to go to the bathroom? You know what I mean? Do I have to hydrate? Is there a survival game now? Like, what's happening? The report is quite comprehensive. It makes us even be more excited for the game. Let's see. Imagine what the online mode is going to be. Yeah, people are very excited about it. A lot of people are very excited about it. There you go. I'm up for more realistic sim GTA. Not to bother. Means I might wait for PC edition because I'll be able to be a god in that. True. Those are bot accounts. There's no way someone is happy. You know, there's a lot of people that are happy on these things. I don't know what to tell you. If you have to post bail because I ran a red light, I will pass. Do you know what I mean? Like, how realistic is realistic? So I run a red light. I get pulled over because I have drugs on me. Now do I have to sit there and a cop pulls me over and then they have to do a sobriety test and then I have to get paperwork signed and they have to sit there and chat with me? Like, how realistic are we getting here? Sleeping in the Fallout survival mode. I'm not buying it unless they announce a PC day one or reverse the $100 edition. What about if it's... Okay, wait a minute. What about if they announce PC coming out day one and it's $100? Are you going to get that? I'm not paying $100 for an actual base game. Just saying, you said if it's on PC day one, or they reverse the $100, meaning, because the way you said it, right? I'm not buying unless they announce a PC day one or reverse the $100 edition. What about if they announce PC day one, but it's $100? I'm asking. You wrote what you said. You want to make sure you're sticking by what you believe. Doesn't matter if it comes out day one because you're still not paying $100. Altern says Jason's in jail now. Use Luca and go to the police station to post bail. But on the way there, she passes the red light, and now they're all both in jail. You got to wait in jail 1 real life hour to get out. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You're like, I'm locked out. You got to make a phone call. You get one phone call, and that's the mini game. You got to pick who can bail you out. Yeah, you got to ask your friends online in your single player game. Be like, yo, Sarge, Yeah, I'm playing single player. Both Jason and Lucia are in jail. I need to bail out. Can you send me some money? Can you transfer it in my game? This is why it's not on PC, because people will break that. You can also get it for free. They can't charge $100 for stuff in the actual download file. Can you imagine? Could you fucking imagine? Like, yeah, bro, I need to get bailed out. He's like, you in jail? Oh, no, not in real life. In Grand Theft Auto, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. What do you mean you're stuck in jail? Both my characters are stuck in jail. I don't have anyone to bail me out. I gotta wait an hour, or I can use a shark card. That would be hilarious. Hilarious and terrible all at the same time. The worst part is I can see that actually happening. I know. If you want to get out of jail, you just have to watch 4 commercials. 4 commercials. Don't worry about it. Oh, man. Like, I'm excited to see what happens. I'm not really excited to see Grand Theft Auto, I'll be honest with you. Now, I'm not streaming at 3 o'clock because I got to go pick up my son from school and stuff, so I can't watch it live anyway. But the fact of the matter is that everyone's allowed to stream it live. Makes absolutely no sense to me, except for Rockstar taking $100 million from Netflix. Because if Netflix is showing the trailer, but I could be live watching the trailer live as long as I had a Netflix account. 10 seconds after the thing's done, it'll be all over YouTube. So technically, I don't have to wait 6 hours to watch it. I'll just watch it as soon as it's done. People are going to be watching it live. I can watch one of their things. I don't even have to have Netflix. I'm baffled by this, that Netflix would pay $100 million. And I get it. They're marketing. More people are going to watch it. But if I was watching it and then people were watching me watch it, then they wouldn't have to have Netflix, right? And I'm still not going to get Netflix afterwards. If I watched it with you, I'd be like, oh, cool. I'll just wait till it's on YouTube. I'm very confused, right? I'm very confused on if anyone can watch it live while it's going live, as long as you commentate on it, then the only reason is Rockstar's like, yeah, we'll take $100 million for you to do that. I just don't get it. Netflix are just flexing their power. I mean, they paid $100 million. If anyone's flexing, it's Rockstar, not Netflix. Rockstar's like, yeah, $100 million. You guys can have it. But everyone's going to be watching it. In 1 hour, I bet you right now, there's waiting rooms. Let's see. Shall we? Let's see. Grand Theft Auto, GTA 6 waiting rooms. Let's see how many people. Oh, that's 3,100 people are watching this person. Wait room. Guys playing GTA. Let's go see if there's any live. Yeah, right now. GTA 6 countdown live. There's one person there. There's 100 people there. 154 people watching there. 2 people watching there. Right? There's hundreds of channels right now. And that's only on YouTube right now. On YouTube right now. Rockstar just got money for nothing. They got enough money from this. Think about this. You can make 10, we'll say 8 Expedition 33s. Okay. 8 Expedition 33s, or you can get, let's see, 100, no, I'm sorry, or 30 Pal Worlds off of just this one paycheck from Netflix. Netflix would rather, instead of making video games, they would pay $100 million to show someone else's video game that paid $2 billion to make. Make it make sense, chat. I'm still going with the Netflix has something to announce television show, streaming service, something along with Grand Theft Auto. I'm still banking on that. Titan says, rumor is that Netflix is getting a GTA TV show. I mean, we talked about that weeks ago. With $100 million from Netflix, we paid the cost of adding gas system to our cars. Feels good. It says, I can't wait to fill my car up with gas and obey the traffic laws in GTA 6. Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting. We shall see. We shall see. All right, chat. We watched Gamescom Xbox showcase today, day 2. There is no day 3. We are done for the day. There will be no afternoon stream today. There will be a stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on GXG, right here on 30NSG. Generation X Gaming, episode 502. Basically, going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto, let's be honest. Okay, it's the only news that needs to go on. If we have other stories to go over, we will go over. We'll try to go over them. But for the biggest part, obviously, Grand Theft Auto is taking a wave. So if you don't want to know anything about Grand Theft Auto, I would shut your phone down right now. Don't go on the internet in about an hour because everyone and anyone's going to be talking about this if they want to or not. You guys have a great rest of your day, evening, or night. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Am I watching Netflix now? I got to go pick up my kid at 3 o'clock. I won't be able to watch it live. I will watch the reactions of people after it airs, is what I can say. Right? And then I'll watch the trailer. We'll break it down tonight when we see the trailer on YouTube on Rockstar's channel itself. Yeah. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you become a member. You can also listen, stream, or purchase the music that we make over on Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, Pandora, anywhere else. Or you can buy a shirt, a mug, a hat, all that stuff. I appreciate it very much. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.